Yes, people, welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm also joined by my two fellow co-hosts, JV and Stro. What you man saying? Good?
Yaga.
Yeah, man. All good, all good, all good. Yeah, we will sort out the YouTube shortly. But yeah, salute to everybody who tunes in as always. And if you are watching this live on YouTube right now, please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel also. But Stro, I'll let you kick it off. Where do you want to start in terms of results? Go Liverpool.
Nah, because you've moaned when it's not against you, so you know what I'm saying.
No, but this is the frustrating thing, right? So you look at the Fabinho penalty. They only voted for the VAR only checked if it was in and outside the box. Why are you not checking if it's a foul? Because you can clearly see from the second camera that he runs the ball.
Yeah.
So that's the problem for me, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Why are they not checking it for that?
You know what it is now, yeah. See when all these things are getting sorted now. It's like there's a rule book, but it's like there's not a rule book for him to go to. Do you get what I'm saying? It's almost like they say they got rules and that, but nothing is ever coming from it. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's one of them now. It's like where I'm getting to the point of where it's like I don't think that it's even. I don't think it's even going to work now. I'm at the point where I think VAR messing up is just how VAR is going to be. I don't think there's going to be a good VAR. You know what I mean? There's no good and bad. Like, this is VAR. And I think it either has to get removed or we have to just get used to the fact that it's not going to work. I honestly believe that now.
Before you continue, yes, for those who are watching on YouTube, we are sorting out the video, so visually. You can hear us for the time being, but we are sorting out the visual. But go on, continue.
I honestly think now that's VAR. There's not going to be any good to come from VAR now. I honestly just believe that it's just going to be how it is. There's no ifs, buts, maybes, no. That's it now.
Yeah, but this
I know it's not good enough, and I know it should be better.
No, but I'm not saying that. This is my problem with it, right? Is VAR is for clear and obvious errors, right? So how can you not say there's a clear and obvious error when on the second camera angle and the camera angle that they've shown where they actually gave the penalty decision, actually didn't even check for the penalty decision, they just checked if it was inside or outside the box. Two of the camera angles clearly show Fabinho wins the ball. It's not a penalty. So how's that not a clear and obvious error? It's the biggest error he's made. It's a clear and obvious error. I don't understand it. And this is what I don't get about VAR is how are they only going to check if it's inside or outside of the box? That makes no sense to me. It's you check if it's inside or outside the box once you've checked if it's a penalty or not. They've just skipped past that. So it's like you've just seen the penalty. Watch the actual tackle. It is honestly I don't understand. VAR is there for clear and obvious errors, and I'm sick to death of having to keep talking about VAR. But once again, they've made the absolute mistake. Fabinho wins the ball. I'm not going to lie, the first time I seen it live, I thought, oh, that's a penalty. When you see the second camera angle and you see where the ball actually goes and the other camera angle where you see the foot and it's facing on, he clearly wins the ball. But they don't check for that. They check if it's inside or outside the box. How do you not check if it's a penalty first and then you check inside or outside the box?
It needs to be like a checklist. But then obviously there probably is. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Go on,
like I can't stress how much now that it's just not working, innit? You know what I'm saying? It's like not what VAR is like to me.
Go on.
It's like a man who wanted a certain girl.
There we go.
And he wanted this girl all his life.
Yeah.
And now he gets with this girl and the girl is just whack. You know what I'm saying? She might have looked good and everything, but she can't cook, she can't clean, she can't please him in any certain way.
But
You know
the
what I'm
problem
saying?
is he's put that much time and effort
Yeah.
into it. He's just stuck.
He's stuck with it now, and he's been telling everyone for years he wanted her, he needs her. You know what I'm saying?
And now it's just saving face because it's like I put so
Yeah.
much time into it. I've
Man
taught.
put years of time.
Yes,
and effort into
man's
it.
telling
I'm
everyone
saying.
for years he wants this thing, crush. Man been crushing on this thing for years. You know what I'm saying? Football's been crushing on VAR for years.
We have been
It's
crying
come
out.
now,
Yes.
yeah? And it's like, boy,
We
this
have
is not what I actually wanted or needed.
We have
And you know what it shows me? And this is what needs. The grass ain't always greener, fam. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just needed to officiate the games better.
They're just but this is they're overcomplicating it. Look at goal line technology. It's simple and it's used in the right way.
And the thing is, we've seen them mess that up.
Exactly by not turning it on.
Man didn't turn it on, fam.
Man didn't.
Man didn't turn it on.
That's the equivalent of being at home and not taking the chicken out of the freezer. It's
Yes.
that- it's that.
And then no. It's not even just it's the chicken out of the freezer where your mum's told you to do it at 9 a.m. and you've done it. And you hear the front door go, and you're taking it out now at 5 to 5. You know what I'm saying? That is the big L. That's why I'm trying to say the whole VAR thing now. It's just like we can moan, but at the same time, everyone was screaming and crying for it, innit?
Yes, me included. I was big
Yeah,
on
no,
VAR.
we all were. We all were.
But that
like-
goes to show the incompetence of the refs, because if the refs were missing offsides, we understand. If a ref's missed
offside, I get
by a
that.
split yard, you're like, okay. But when certain tackles are flying and it's like, how is that not a red card? I've seen Manchester United players make challenges that are red cards and the ref's not giving. That's me as a Manchester United fan. So I'm like, how are you missing that? And I'm biased. You know what I'm saying?
No, do you know what the maddest thing is? It's like, what was it last week or something? It must have been a decision.
Okay.
And we seen it here. A man is saying, bruh, we've just seen this on a
The Merseyside derby.
on a little screen.
Yeah, it was
you know what I'm saying?
Pickford
And these
on
man have
Van
got it in 25 times true HD. Man can see the rain drop on the blade of grass and all them things there. You know what I'm saying? And we're literally seeing it on like a 8-inch, 7-inch screen.
Yeah. No, you're not
If
lying.
that, you get what I'm saying?
You're not
like,
lying.
So it's one of them. Yeah, it's it doesn't make sense anymore. That's what I'm trying to get at. It doesn't
'cause
make
these lot are
sense.
just ruining something that is there to aid you. But I just want to big up Josh, who says, "What up, fellas?" Jaden says, "Big up, guys." Salvation of the Elect says, "Big up, bros." Ahmed says, "Yes, big up." Jaden also says that Fabinho decision was a joke. I don't get VAR at the moment, especially with the Maguire challenge on Aspilicueta that wasn't given. Ahmed says, Liverpool fans moving like Van Dijk died. When's the funeral, people? Have I missed it? You trolling? Also, yeah, that's big as well. Stefan says, big up, guys. Hey, salute to you, Stefan, each and every time. Big up to everyone who is locked in. Please make sure, hit the like button if you are watching right now on YouTube. Hit the like button. Share it across your socials, please. And also subscribe to the Pi Radio channel and hit the notification bell when you hit that subscribe button. But yeah, as we were talking, so obviously Liverpool, I know you alluded to it while I was sorting out the camera. Liverpool 2-1 against Sheffield United.
So now you've got it on the screen. I want you to just go to it quickly, right?
All right, go on.
And
I really feel M&F vibes with this. I love it. But yeah, go on.
So obviously, fast forward it a bit to their penalty.
Before.
Just before there, right?
All right, cool.
This is me being complete. When I first seen this tackle, I thought penalty.
Right.
When you see it from the other angle, you clearly see which way the ball goes. He wins the ball.
He looks to, and the reason why I'm cutting you off there, because that's how I judge most tackles that I haven't seen clearly. I look at the direction of the ball. So if you have a player, if the direction of the ball goes in where it should in terms of how the player slid, I'm doing my best to explain this to people.
And the way his foot goes.
Yeah, the way the ball goes. So that tackle there, if you tackle from the right-hand side, for instance, and the ball should go left, I'm going to explain this best as I can on radio, the ball should go left. If the ball doesn't go left, something tells me you probably didn't get the ball.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
just basic
physics.
Basic physics.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. So if you watch that straight away,
it looks to me like he won the ball there.
Yeah, but when I first seen that live, I thought penalty. Now when you look at it, and it's the specific angle that they show, not this one, it's the next, this one,
right?
This angle.
Yeah, to me there,
he wins the ball.
This is what I'm trying to say though.
How VAR seen that?
And then more to the point, so you look at it, does he look like he's inside the box when he makes that tackle?
No, he didn't.
Right, so this is my point. So VAR didn't check if it's an actual foul or not. They only checked if it's inside or outside the box. How do you not check him for that? That's a
Yeah,
clear
to
and
me,
obvious error.
I can see
That is
there.
within the permit, and that's clearly outside of the box.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, then, sweet. And what I say by we got lucky is 2 minutes after this, handball by Robertson, which if it's earlier in the season, it's given, and we're potentially 2-0 down. And given the state of our defence at the moment and everything that's going on, is a difficult uphill task because at that point, Sheffield United got something to hold on to. 2-0. That's a big ask.
Yeah.
But listen, phenomenal performance. Jota, unbelievable. What a signing.
That was a very, very shrewd business. Very shrewd business.
All right, then.
Yes.
Let me put this to man. This is what I was trying to
Go
say.
on, talk on it. I'll pause that there. Go on.
This is what I was trying to say about the Jota signing. Like, I know Firmino scored. He scored, didn't it?
Yeah.
He scored in this game.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is, without him, without buying Jota, yous don't win this game. And these are the games where, after lockdown, when you were losing points, this is where he's turned it back around by getting in Jota because he's actually something different.
Yeah.
He's don't get me wrong, in a way, he's a hybrid. He is similar to Mane and Salah, where they can both do the winger and they can both do the up front as good as each other. But they all do it in their own way. That's the good thing. That's where when I look at, I don't want to reference it to United, but when I look at like Martial and Rashford, they look very similar. If you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You get what I'm saying? Martial and Rashford are very similar. But whereas if you look at Mane and Salah, and then, all right, then I'd say even Jota and Mane, they're both left wingers who can play up front.
Okay.
But they do it both differently. So you could play them both at the same time.
Right.
And they're not going to clash. Do you get what I'm saying? And then this is where the extra points are coming in this season. Because without someone like Jota, you just don't win this game. He's not done something amazing, like, you know what I mean? But it's just the simple things sometimes. He's one of those players. And in a way, that's very similar to Mane. I think Mane is the more simple, and I don't mean simple in a diss way. I mean, what he does is
but I know what
effective.
Yeah, because, for example, you look at Salah, at times he overcomplicates it. He wants to get it onto his left a lot of the time when he can just swing his right. Mane, I know exactly what you're saying, and you've got it, they hit the nail completely on the head. Is when it needs to be simple, he keeps it simple.
Yes.
But when the game needs it, it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And it's like, you look at I'm not just saying this, right? Jota's performance on Saturday reminded me of Robertson when we beat City at home 4-3. And the fans loved him after that because he was chasing balls which he had no right of winning, but he was putting pressure under him. He never stopped. He was just everywhere. Like, I'm not surprised Klopp took him off. He was unbelievable. The pressing was absolutely phenomenal, and he got a goal. And it's a clinical header, which, I'm not being funny, if that falls to Firmino at some point last season, he's probably missing that. Great header. And he's not that big. The leap on him was a joke. And, yeah, great performance by him. But, yeah, at times we rode our luck big time, which is worrying, to say the least.
Oh, that's a...
He was offside. He was offside, but
offside, okay.
but that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
If that's us last season, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm saying better touch there with his right foot. That's taking it. Yeah, it's taking it close to Trent, even though, like you said,
Look, this is the handball there. That's earlier in the season.
Oh,
that gets given.
Jackie from Wild is fire, by the way. Just side note. That looks more a penalty than the first one. That's a penalty. That
I know.
That's more a penalty than the first one. How does VAR give that one
and not give that
one?
This is
crazy.
This is my problem with it. I don't get it.
Wow.
What a balling from Henderson that is.
Yeah, give Henderson his credit there. That's a whipper. That
Keeper should do better there.
yes, the keeper should do better. Is that Jordan Pickford?
Offside. What a touch though.
What a touch and a finish by Salah. Ball by Trent as well. That's quality. That's sheer class all around. And that.
Oh yeah, but even then, how tight's that offside?
That is very, very tight. That offside.
Yeah,
that's
not
ridiculous.
without VAR, that's given.
Yes.
The
That's
naked eye can't.
And then
can't
here's the header.
Typical Mane to be involved. Good header. Good
All right,
goal.
then. Let me say one thing about that.
Yeah,
you might as well have said Mane, cross that to Mane.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think
I get
Salah
what you're
does that. and I don't think Firmino does that.
I get what you mean.
That's a very Mane-esque goal.
Yes.
Like Robertson could have done that, and Mane. Robertson
on the end of it, yeah.
And that could have been Mane on the end of it. And that's where one thing I'll say about, you'll see this with many big teams. It doesn't matter who is in which position. There's a set pattern of play.
Yes.
And there's an outcome. That's what happens when you train properly. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
That is, like I said, that could have been Robertson doing that for Mane 2 years ago. Not even last season. I mean, 2 years ago. And it would have looked exactly the same. I bet you now, someone, you know what I mean? Like, there'll be someone who'll be able to dig up a goal. There'll be a goal like that. There'll be a Robertson crossing in and Mane doing that looping type of header. Do you get what I mean? That's why I say that's a centre forward's goal. Wingers don't really have any business scoring goals like that.
True.
Do you get where I'm coming
That's
from?
the last goal I expect to see Jota. If you play me that pattern of play and be like, right, Mane's going to cross this in and somebody's going to be on the end of it and score a header. One of the last people I'm going to mention is Jota.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
I'm not saying, but that's credit to Jota.
But
That's giving him credit.
one thing I will say is for those Liverpool fans that turn around and said that you couldn't fit or you wouldn't move Firmino into the 10, this game, it was 4-2-3-1. Firmino was in the 10, Salah was up front, Jota was on the right, Mane was on the left. And the four of them were told to rotate. So
Makes sense.
So someone tell me where any Liverpool fan that tried to turn around and said that, no, we don't want Vardy, he wouldn't fit in.
Us four. There's only three of us, but yeah. Well, me and my ego, but yeah. Us three of them.
I was going to say me and my ego. But
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's six of us. Nah, but us in there, we've been touting that formation change for the longest, weren't we? Like, literally.
Since when we had Chris Kirkland on?
I've said specifically about normally when you have a team who wins a league, it's always hard to where you can improve the first 11. But you can see it with Liverpool, like, all right, this is where you can play Firmino as a 10 and then maybe get a 9 in. Or you can keep Firmino as the 9 and then get a 10 in.
But that's what you see
and
now.
Thiago as well.
See now that addition of Jota,
Yeah.
their front three now, and I know people might not like the United reference again, but that now reminds me of the York, Cole, Solskjaer, Sheringham. Whereas it didn't matter who was there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This is the blueprint. Do you get what I mean? This is all right then. If York and Cole weren't playing and it was Cole and Sheringham, Beckham's still whipping them crosses in.
Yes.
And it's still them same diving headers.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Same for Giggs. Giggs is doing his thing. It's still those assists what he's getting, or it's still he knows he can push the right back with his pace, and then cut one across the box, and then someone's still gonna first time finish. It's still you know what I'm saying. It's a recipe, and then that's where the biggest teams get it.
Ooh.
It's true. Like even like it's like Barcelona, like Pep's Barcelona. It didn't matter who was in that front line. It didn't matter who was in midfield.
Yeah.
Man came to a Champions League final and played Yaya Toure centre back against us, bro. Do you have to understand that's not because so and so is a better player or so and so is this and so and so is that.
Yeah.
That is because there's a formula. You go there, I don't care what your attributes are. You fit into my plan of what a centre back should do.
Yeah.
You fit into my plan of what a left back should do. A winger, centre midfielder, attacking midfielder. You fit the blueprint. You don't change the blueprint, and that's where the biggest teams have always had that. Bayern Munich. You look at that Bayern Munich team. Doesn't matter. Like Perisic is gone back to Inter now. Their wingers are still playing the same. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Coleman is on fire right now. He could be injured for half the season. Their wingers are still going to play the same. Alphonso Davies has just got injured right now. Whoever comes in at left back is going to bomb on and still play the same.
Do the same thing.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's one of them. That's where I think. Oh, you know, don't get me wrong. This season is crazy. If anything, this Premier League season reminds me of the Championship.
Come on, elaborate.
In the terms of it's anyone. On that day, it's anyone's. That I don't know if I do know it's because of the COVID and everything and how this season's been. But for me, it reminds me of the Championship. You could have an informed team in the Championship, and then they could play someone in 16th and they'll batter them 3-0, and it's like,
what happened?
you know what I'm saying? And that's where I think the Premier League's going this year. It doesn't really make any sense at the moment.
Which is why, sorry to interrupt, I'm kind of glad because we've not been great. I'll be honest, the Leeds game took us by surprise because we weren't expecting it. I was, because I know how good Leeds are. Obviously, the Aston Villa result goes without saying, but we're joint second, and we've been poor, and we've not had a great start. I'll take that. We're joint top of the league on the same points with Everton. Now, this is where it gets funny. Aston Villa have got a game in hand. I could go top.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Explain that.
All right, then. When we're here a month or so ago and we're rating the season.
Yeah, transfer windows for people.
And we're rated... sorry, I got distracted on my phone. We're rating the windows. Man ain't saying Villa are going to be top, fam.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Man ain't really saying Everton are going to be top. We're saying they're going to be a problem.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? They'll cause some upsets. We ain't saying they're going to be top of the pops. You know what I'm saying? So, this is where now you kind of got to realise as much as teams are having... There's teams who are doing bad right now who, within a month or so, could be right back in there. And then with a month before, could be back out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure someone said something like United could win our game in hand and we go, what?
8th.
Huh?
Could go 8th.
There you go.
And I think we're not 3 points off.
And then you're 2 points off 4th.
Yeah.
So this
do you
is
know what I
like
mean?
perspective needs to be looked at. Like, look, it's great for any Liverpool fan, City fan, etc. to banter United because they're in 15th. They're not going to stay there. They win their game in hand. They go up to 8th, and then they're 2 points behind. Like, that's not a bad start.
No.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. We'll get to some more of the comments. Also, please make sure you keep sharing the video also as well. Bits and Bob says, salute to the man. I'm sorry I'm late, gents. Trying to catch up with you, man. It's calm, no problem. Hear me, you're here now. He says, appreciation post. JV, thank you, man. Seriously. Your pep talk to me has helped majorly. So
say nothing, my guy, man. And this is what I'm here for, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm here for. I'm a nice, kind guy in reality. You know what I'm saying? People might have their own perceptions of me. But anyone, hit me up, man. Pattern with me, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help. Any of you guys, if you want to get into this business, I say business, because this is the way of putting it. But yeah, man, you know, we can work, we can network, we can do all of that. More big things seem to come, and
yes,
Bobs, you'll probably be involved in some things with us. You get what I'm saying?
There you go. Ahmed here says, "Oi, X made me cry. He was on smoke today. Emptied the clip on everyone. Lol."
Yo,
so for those that don't know, myself, JV, and Stroke were all on the Straight Jacket podcast, United Central. Shout out Saeed, shout out Aaron, and then we had the pleasure of Expressions jumping on because we were talking about Spurs. And if you know Expressions, you know exactly what he's like. Absolutely hilarious. Make sure after this show you go and check that out. Go subscribe to United Central, and also go and subscribe to Mr. Aaron United. Also, we appreciate it.
Go subscribe to Expressions as well,
yes,
man.
That's
the guy.
Yes. Indepal says the Three Musketeers are back. Big up to you. Nathan says United's entrance music should be locked up by Akon because that club is a prison sentence. We're gonna get to all that. Yeah, salute. Oh yeah, people, we keep doing this as well. Please let us know where you are watching from on the YouTube. So let us know the city. I know exactly what you're laughing at, Stroke, but we'll get to that. Make sure you let us know the city and the country. That's what we want. We don't just want the country. We don't just want the city. We want both. So let us know where you are watching from. Aiden Andrews says, big up the man them. VAR checked if it's in the box, not if it's a foul. Shaking my head talking about the Liverpool penalty that they conceded as well. So we appreciate it as well. Ahmed says, what a wavy show. Bits and Bob says, Edinburgh. Ahmed says, Brumtown. Nathan says, man's watching from HMP Belmarsh. Really? Are you watching from HMP Belmarsh?
Big up.
Salute to you. If you are watching it, man, keep your head up while you're in there and that.
Yeah. Always, man.
Man said Georgetown, Guyana. Big up to all my fellow Caribbean people. Done.
Yo.
You get me? Man said Georgetown.
Hey.
You know what? Georgetown, Guyana. That's where he got on Desmond's because he's trying to go back to Guyana. Georgetown Dreamers. That's why the band was called that. Yeah. I've been watching Desmond's. That is hilarious on a complete side note. But man said Georgetown, Guyana. We appreciate it anyway. Nairobi. Ibrahim says, yeah, salute, man. This is all over. People from all continent and that. Ahmed said Nathan is there space for Ollie and Belmarsh.
Look what figure after.
Oh, man said, nah, man's watching from yard but feels like prison soon, free to go Tesco.
That's that, you know.
Kind of jokes and that. But yeah, man, we appreciate everyone who is locked in. But yeah, a good win for Liverpool. I'm guessing, obviously, you're happy about the result, Stroke, but not so much the performance.
I thought Gomez was excellent.
Okay.
One thing I will say is what I've noticed, what they're doing with Fabinho being at centre back now is Gomez has gone to the left, which was where Van Dijk would be, and they put Fabinho to the right, which is more comfortable for him.
Yeah,
and them two were phenomenal. Gomez was man of the match for me. Great, won so many battles. He was dominant in the air. He was quick. He was back to the Gomez like he was next to Van Dijk. That's a good sign. And Fabinho's just solid. He's just solid there because he's defensively minded anyway. Cause he's played there. He played right back and he played centre back for Real Madrid a few times when he was going through their academy. So that doesn't concern me that much. My frustrating thing is like I've said, is Gomez is injury prone, Matip's injury prone. Then who do we turn to? But shout out to my brother Grizz as always. Obviously you see him on Total Night. You see him on LFC Day Trippers. He's my inside scoop for everything. So he was the one that told me Thiago was done about a month before. Lo and behold, and then he's literally just confirmed a couple of days ago that Upamecano is the one that Liverpool are going to look to try and get in January. If he says it, I'm over the moon.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a tough move in January though. I think in January that'll be a tough move. I think in January that'll be a tough move because probably they'll try and get more money. I think in the summer you probably have not free run at him, but it'll be easier. Depends where they are in the Champions League and everything like that.
It's because of the fact that Van Dijk's injury is worse than what initially first was reported.
Give me a bit more on this. Come on, let me, because.
So initially, obviously, they knew it was his ACL and they knew it was going to be thingy, but his actual problems with his meniscus and his PCL's slightly damaged as well, which means it's going to be slightly longer. So as a result, and James Pearce and Paul Joyce have come out and said that look, Liverpool will have to enter the market in January. Upamecano was one of the names that was mentioned in that. Along with Kabak, along with Ben White from Brighton, who was at Leeds last season, who Liverpool have been looking at.
You know what? I seen that and then I thought of you straight away because you've been championing him, the Ben White, innit? Yeah. As soon as I seen it, I thought, wow, that's mad if they get him. Because still likes man, still.
Because he's a good player, but when you look at them three names, Upamecano is the one I want. It's the one that Liverpool fans want because he is a phenomenal player.
I ain't gonna lie, he's one of them now. I think I've said this before. He's gonna have the pick of. I think if he waits till the summer, he could go anywhere in the world, like anywhere. He's the next big. You know, like back in the day when you had like your you had your big.
You know,
I've just seen that.
Yo, sorry to cut you off. Saeed says, big up the man name is Tanya on here. For those who don't know what I mean, just like I said, go watch United Central. You know what I'm saying? Go watch the.
Yeah, got them type of followers, Saeed, bro.
Man, that's you, man. That's big 25k. You get me subs and all them 25K things there.
Gucci belt. And,
yeah. That's what it is.
And Aubameyang memes and that. We ain't got that yet, brother.
Yeah, and Ahmed here says Upamecano wouldn't make sense though. Where would he play once Van Dijk is back from injury? Upamecano will want game time regularly. He plays next to Van Dijk.
He will play next to Van Dijk, and then
that is yo. If you get you know what? I've waxed so lyrical about Upamecano. I think any top team that signs him automatically just levels up.
I think it is. I literally think like everyone's talking about. Oh, imagine Liverpool get like an Mbappe and that. I don't know. I don't know if that wouldn't throw their whole thing out of whack because I don't think he suits their style, but someone like Upamecano, him and Van Dijk. No. Just think of their back five.
Yes,
that
it's a back five that will dominate.
That hands down is
that dominates. Like
I tell you now, only other back five I think. Nah, I'd say that's better than Bayern's back five. Because
ridiculous.
I don't think Bayern have a Van Dijk-esque centre back.
Yeah, but here's the point though, which when we got Van Dijk, we got him confirmed in December, and he came in January. He scored on his debut against Everton in the FA Cup, which is obviously why the premium and the price was increased because obviously you paid January rates and stuff like that. Klopp went out and spent big in January because we needed it. We now need to go out and spend big in January because we need it. We don't need anything in the front three because we've got Jota there. We don't need anything in the midfield. I've already told you we've got like 8 and 9 midfielders. Thiago, Henderson, you can play Fabinho back there, Wijnaldum, Keita, Shaqiri, Oxlade-Chamberlain, like just to name a few. Do you know what I mean? He goes out, he has to go out and spend big in January on a defender, and he has to get a backup keeper. I'm sorry. I can't keep seeing Adrian. And oh my God, it was so good to see Alisson back. What a man.
The confidence from your defenders.
That's what I mean, because he's behind him.
It's different straight away. Like, it's It's one of them, man. I don't even really want to talk
Yeah,
about
I don't want to,
Liverpool
like,
too,
from a
I'll
footballing
give him
standpoint,
the props.
I look at it and I'm like, that is frightening to think of a Van Dijk, Upamecano partnership. Obviously, from a United standpoint, I'm not happy about it whatsoever. One last thing, Ahmed says, Stroll, didn't you see Klopp's interview a year ago where he said he doesn't want several players because where would he play the ones he already has?
Yeah, but
That's a confidence booster to the players.
yeah, one that's, and we'll come on because Ancelotti made a comment earlier this week, which a lot of fans were kicking off at, but I'll come on to that in a minute. That one that's Klopp bigging his players up and giving them a confidence boost and saying, look, I still rely on you and stuff like that, but we've just lost Van Dijk. Van Dijk might not be the same. Like,
Yeah,
Liverpool
there's a big
Liverpool
thing,
fans
you know.
need to be completely honest.
That's a bad injury. That how many legends of the footballing world have we seen get these type of
Ronaldo
injuries
being
where
the
they're
one.
out for how many months? You know, when you're out for like, they're mad ones where the season's just started and you hear a man's out for the season. You're like,
Yes.
huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when you, and then the fact is, you know that they've got all these type of super weird, quick fit injections and treatments and
Get fit
surgery
injections,
and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
and they're still saying man's out for that time. That means if me or you got that, we'd probably be out for like a year to 2 years. Do you get what I'm saying? That's with all their madness surgeries, what they've got and everything. That he's gonna be out. You know, there's Michael Owens, your Ronaldos, big Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying? These type of injuries, you don't come back the same.
Exactly. So then, for example, if Liverpool get an Upamecano, he's 21.
Yeah.
There's years
Yeah.
with him.
Don't get me wrong. Van Dijk will come back and he will still be one of, if not maybe the best centre back.
Yeah.
But there'll be certain aspects of his game which will just not be the same.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
True.
It's like when you have to, like, I don't know if man remember or not, when Brazilian Ronaldo was young, before he had their mad injuries, he could run you from the halfway line to the opposition goal.
Whew.
You know what I mean?
Everyone talks about Messi and his dribbling. Go back and watch Ronaldo's goals from when he was at Barca. He was getting kicked.
Yes.
And he was going past 6 or 7
these
of
kicks
them.
what my man was getting, you couldn't get that in today. The first one, the player would drop, hold the ankle foul.
And here's the thing is, the refs back then let a lot more go.
Yeah,
than
man,
now.
come on, bro. We had different types of defenders, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, these injuries are quite really sad from a footballing perspective because,
Facts.
like, for me, you know what? I'll keep it all the way real. I want Van Dijk to come back and be the best player. Do you know why?
Go on.
Because I want United to come back and beat the best team. Because if we come back and we beat the best team, and we, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, next year, but that will cement us. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But for me, the person I am, I like the hardest challenge, innit?
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it would be really sad if this now had an impact on Van Dijk's career. If Van Dijk comes back and
He's just nowhere near the same.
nowhere near the same, or he comes back and he is, and everyone's like, yeah, and then he gets another one.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, wasn't that Owen? Sure, that was Owen, or even
Owen got a
Ronaldo.
lot.
It was Owen. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Owen.
Owen.
It was
Everyone was
Owen.
like, oh yeah, he's come back, and he come back, and it was like, oh, is he? Yeah, he's looking like he is. No. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear what
And
you're
it's
saying.
like, ooh, because you're missing out on what could have been.
Yeah.
With a lot of these players, like for me, Brazilian Ronaldo, if he doesn't get injured, he is Ronaldo and Messi-esque. Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, where all the records just get broke.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? That's what they need to be very grateful. They need to be very grateful, them two, that in their career they've never had those type of injuries.
Well,
They've had, don't get me wrong, they've been out for a lot. They've had a lot of, niggly injuries where they've been out for a bit, but they've never had those career-defining injuries.
nah, I get what you're saying.
And then that would be really sad for me if Van Dijk went out like that.
Yes, you don't want to see him go out like
No.
that. Nah, I get
Do
what
you get
you're
what I'm saying?
But yeah, moving on anyway, we'll move on to this result because I do want to discuss not so much the game, but how much pressure is Arteta under? So they lost at home yesterday to Leicester City 1-0. How much pressure is Arteta under?
None.
None whatsoever, you don't think?
Not
you
none whatsoever.
So you think people are overreacting with it? Go on, give us your thoughts on the JV. What do you think?
I think the reaction is because of how everyone went on about what he did.
With the FA Cup win, you reckon that's what it is?
That's what I think it is. But I think from if us here now are the Arsenal boardroom, I don't even think that's come up.
I don't think so either.
I don't even think that's come up in conversation.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think more of this outrage is to get back at Arsenal fans for going on like they had won the Champions League or something.
Like it was back.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Okay.
I don't think he's under. You know what? He is under pressure though.
Go on.
I'd say this now. He's under pressure to get Aubameyang back in form.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Yes, definitely.
That's the only pressure he's under.
Lacazette would miss of the season, by the way.
But we expect that. And I'm saying that in the nicest possible way.
What we expect Lacazette to miss, you mean?
yeah,
No,
because
that chance there.
Yeah.
If that's Aubameyang, everyone's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he's completely missed that.
yeah, he's completely missed it. He
This
took
is
his
what I'm
eye
trying to say.
because he scored it before he's actually
Exactly.
made contact. He took
what
his
I'm trying
eyes
to
off the
say.
ball.
If Aubameyang does that, we're like,
Yeah.
"Wow, that's a really bad miss."
Yes. Yeah.
You
yeah.
probably watch that, you go, "Oh, that's a terrible miss," and then the replay comes and it's like, it's Lacazette, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
I mean, look at the miss he had at Anfield where he could have equalised the game
Yeah.
one on
that's
one,
true.
and that's a huge one on one.
Yes. He should score that. Yes.
This is one thing I'll say
Yeah.
about him, yeah.
What a ball that is, by the
That's
way.
a ball. Good goal.
You know what? 1 second, right? Stop everything now.
Yeah, go on.
When am I going to realise that Jamie Vardy is the best English player since Wayne Rooney? And I mean prime Wayne Rooney. Jamie Vardy is the best English player all round qualities for his position.
All right, that's where we're going. So best, right.
No, I'm not. But I'm saying he's the
Yeah,
best
he's
English
the
player
best.
since Wayne Rooney. Don't give me no Harry Kane. I don't want to hear it. He's not done anything. Harry Kane hasn't Harry Kaned yet. It's not done anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's nearly at the end of his career, you know. He's not actually done anything, Harry Kane, you know. Let's get it right. Vardy has fired them to a league title. And he's 33 now, and he's still putting Arsenal to the sword.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it in his like first or second season he did that?
Exactly. Do you know
Go on, keep
All right,
going.
then.
Keep going.
Who-
make your argument, state your case.
who used to absolutely flame Arsenal when he played him?
Drogba.
Drogba. Go on, keep naming.
Rooney.
Rooney.
Yeah, true.
49 games unbeaten. Stop the 50th.
Check
win
this
Rooney.
one.
Like that.
Check this one done.
Mhm.
Rooney has 12 goals against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Vardy's got 11.
Right. I get what you're
And
saying.
I'm not using that stat to prove my point, but I am. But I'm not. If you get where I'm coming from, I'm just saying now. Vardy needs a lot more respect.
A
like-
lot more.
He's 33. He's 33. He is absolutely lethal. I think he's. Trust me. He's playing a blinder, staying at Leicester because it's enabled him to do his thing. But if someone like Dortmund come for him tomorrow, he'd go and do this in the Bundesliga.
Okay.
One thing.
I think he needs to be playing. Me personally, Vardy needs to be playing at the top of the game now. I think he should leave at the end of this season and just go for a one glory season. Just try it. He's got the
try it,
fitness. He should go somewhere and try it, because for me, he's an absolute goal scorer. He's a goal scorer. Let's not get it twisted. Vardy is a goal scorer. He's an all-round goal scorer. There's not many goals Vardy can't score. You could put him through.
Yeah, you can run it behind.
Running behind, headers.
Yeah, left foot, right
Volleys,
foot.
left foot, right foot, strong. Do you get what I mean? He ticks
This
all
is-
the boxes.
This is a good goal against Arsenal as well.
This is what I'm saying, man.
That's
That's,
a good-
that's a centre forward.
That's a good goal. Cause that's,
But
go on.
he's changed his game this season.
Yes.
Go on, elaborate.
So basically, when Rodgers first came in, if you look at Vardy under Ranieri, you look at Vardy under, I can't remember what the guy who Rodgers took over from, but Vardy
Puel.
was Puel, but then the one who came in after was the one who was like the backroom staff. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, not even.
But basically, Vardy under them, he was similar to a Calvert-Lewin, and what I mean by that is he was doing all of his work outside of the box. Rodgers has basically asked him to do certain things, which is play on the shoulder a lot more, time your run, and stop wasting your energy outside of the box. At your age, your attributes, your pace, your strength is you need to start being more clinical, and you need to start making certain movements. Not unselfish movements like he used to, but you need to start making movements which are going to benefit the team, where we can turn the defence over
Just look at that run.
and
there.
you get
that's
them
a
on the
good-
back.
that's a
That's perfect.
It's a clever run.
Yeah,
Very,
exactly.
very smart. It's intelligent.
Exactly, but this is what Rodgers has asked him to start doing more of. And then you look at the City game's a prime example. The man had 3 touches or something like that. Man scored. Or the man had, I can't remember how many. It was either 5 touches and he scored 3, or it was 3 and he scored 3.
Something like
That's
that.
clinical.
Like, this is what, my big point on him as well.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, just before you go here, so yeah, Ahmed, the majority of the comments do agree with you. So Ahmed says Vardy is a Premier League legend in the conversation. Stefan says Lacquer is from the same island as me. I like him, but I can't lie since he's at Arsenal. Trash in capital letters. So underrated. It's mad he's a gunman. Keep going. Vardy certified gunman, no questions. Aidan Andrews says that. RB says Vardy always among the top scorers in the Premier League. Aidan Andrews agrees with you, JV. Vardy would tear Bundesliga up. Stefan says Kane is better than Vardy, but he's a legend. Facts. And Ahmed also says coming into top tier football at such a late age helped him a lot. He's a gunman.
All right, this is where I'll put the Kane argument to bed.
And then we're gonna go onto the Arteta thing. Yeah.
This is where I put the Kane argument to bed. Kane has played all of his career with better players.
Mm-hmm.
A man won a Premier League with Okazaki and Ulloa, bro. With Albrighton.
Drink water
And them, man. There.
Wes Morgan.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
I get what you're saying.
Man's had Kane's had a prime Christian Eriksen. And I'm talking when Christian Eriksen was undoubtedly one of the best
attacking midfielders in Europe at that point.
At that point. And he didn't even get a League Cup, bro. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, he's not doing
This is my argument on Kane, you know.
Yes.
Kane is like
Is he going down the Shearer route? Even though Shearer won a Premier League title?
He is the modern day Shearer. But naturally, he's not.
Because Shearer won a Premier League title.
Nah, but Shearer did it with worse players. This is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Vardy is the modern day Shearer. Vardy is the modern day Shearer.
Right, okay.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Kane is someone, if Kane doesn't win something, in his career, his goals, every last goal he scored means nothing. Josh, there's no argument to Rooney or Kane.
Yeah, it's Rooney.
None.
What? No, he's asking. He didn't say.
He's asking.
Josh
playing devil's advocate there, Josh. With them eyes there.
I know what Josh is like. I know what
Josh is. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But this is what I'm trying to say. Kane has scored a hell of a lot of goals. Not one of them goals is a trophy-winning goal.
I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
He has to win something. And as good as his individual accolades are, he has to win something.
Yeah.
I get
or it's wasted goals. Yeah. It's like Emile Heskey's 100 Premier League goals being absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? It's a nice personal thing.
Yes, it's individual. It's for you.
But it means absolutely
football's
nothing.
A team game at the end of the day. It's like, what did your team win?
Like, if you look at someone like Drogba never scored 30 goals in a season.
Yeah, well, he was just meant for the team.
Them goals, what Drogba scored, are winners.
Yes,
they're winners
in big important games.
You know what I'm saying?
And just his effect on the team, people look past that. He's one of the most disrespected players from the Premier League era.
Yeah.
And in terms of his impact.
But you know why? He's disrespected by people under a certain age. Anyone our age.
Yeah.
Even Chelsea fans under a certain age don't respect him.
Yeah.
Because they weren't there.
Yeah. If you're 25 or above, if you're mid-20s or above, you know how good Drogba was.
Drogba, when he first come, was like, wow.
People don't understand how much the team played better when Drogba played. How much he helped attacking players around him play better.
Yes.
Like, I never forget the game when they beat Liverpool 4-1 at Anfield.
Cheers.
Never forget it.
Cheers.
Never. You don't forget big defeats at Anfield.
Cheers.
I don't forget a United win at Anfield. I can name all of them back to
I can name all of them.
But yeah, that goes. And the thing is, in that game, I don't think Drogba scored or got an assist, but he got man of the match. How does your team go away? You're the lone striker, win 4-1. You don't get a goal or assist, but you get man of the match because he was just that effective and that good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back onto the Arteta thing, as I was saying anyway. So you reckon it's more just banter from rival fans because of how Arsenal fans were going on in regards to how good Arteta is?
They overhyped this man like he was the Messiah, like he was the next coming of Pep.
His pressure is to get Aubameyang going.
Yes.
Because, all right, then I'll put it to you like this. If he has another 10 games with this Aubameyang, then he might be under some sort of pressure.
Yeah.
And I don't think for his job. I think that's still a bit premature, but it will be more scrutinised.
Right.
I have a question.
Let's talk.
Specifically on Aubameyang, and I want to pose it to you two because you're the most level-headed. Is this form of Aubameyang just a case of I've got my big contract now, I can relax? Whereas when he was in form and he wasn't, and his contract was up for renewal, it was I'm going to put myself in the shop window here. That's how it looks to me.
It's a possibility. I don't want to go as far as to say that, but it's a possibility is what I would say. Because I don't know. I think Arsenal fans will be able to tell you better because they'll know his temperament and his mentality. Whereas if this was a United player we were talking about, I would be able to tell you better. Maybe, just naturally, you do drop off in your head. It's kind of like when you're playing in a match and you're 3-0 up. You automatically drop off a little bit because you're 3-0 up. You don't play the same way. Well, I'd say most players don't play the same way at 0-0 than they would at 3-0 because you know you're in more of a comfort zone. So maybe he's just playing in a level of a comfort zone. Maybe it adds into how Arteta's playing him and Arteta being defensive and Arteta not playing him as a centre forward. So there's many variables into this. So I can't go as far as to say, oh, it's because he's just got his big contract. But getting a big contract, would that naturally put you in a more comfortable zone? Yeah, of course it would. Because now you're secure. Whereas, like you said beforehand, Arsenal is like, I have to prove, one, to Arsenal that they should keep me, so let me bag all these goals. And two, other teams who might be looking at me like, all right, let's go and get Aubameyang. This was his last big deal. How old is Aubameyang? 29.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he might have
he's older.
He's
Not
30, 31.
So let's say he's 30, 31. This is his last mega superstar deal move, whatever happens.
I think that was the summer gone. I honestly think he thought, someone's coming for me at the end of this year.
Yeah.
I won't need to sign this contract. So then the contract wasn't even a thing in his mind. I honestly think he thought, but he's got a point. I think if COVID doesn't happen,
yeah, he's 31.
Bids come in for him. If COVID don't happen, bids come in for Aubameyang.
From Barcelona.
Yeah. Supposedly Barcelona went in for him, though. That's what Arsenal fans told me. How true that is, I don't know. But this is what
but it would have been some higgledy-piggledy deal, innit? You know, like...
Yeah, but come on.
You know what I'm saying, innit? Like, just like... You know, just one of them bids, like...
I never thought on radio I'd hear the words higgledy-piggledy to describe a transfer bid.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Barcelona's... Barcelona and Real Madrid, they do them bids where it's like, come on, bro.
Come on, yeah. Like, they did... Real Madrid, if I remember correctly, did one for Pogba. And he did a higgledy-piggledy.
Bro, but it like...
something ridiculous. It was like 40 mil and 2 players or something like that.
No, it was like 30 mil, bro, and like 3 man who like on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like,
taking liberties. Josh said he makes a great point. He says, Arteta was touted to be the brains behind Pep. After he left City, it's gotten worse. Does he need more time in a full season? We don't give managers enough patience these days. Stefan says, Arsenal's rebuild is a long process. Too soon to say if Arteta is the man or not. I agree with that. I actually rate Arteta. I've said this. I think if he gets... I've said this before and I'll say this again. I think if he gets the players he wants and slowly starts to build his team, Arsenal could become a problem. Go on.
No, but this is where Bill's hit the nail on the head. This is purely down to Arsenal fans and how badly they've overhyped him. They've overhyped this man. Like he's got Klopp's number. Yeah. He's got Pep's number.
You've put an added pressure on him. Pressure on him that he didn't need.
because
even he would have seen that and been like, yo, come on, guys.
Just relax.
Like, yo, bro.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you man just want to run his mouth. Like, let him live. Like, just let him do his job because he's in a rebuild process. Yes. As a football fan, you know there's going to be ups and downs. Yeah. You know there's going to be some players there that he doesn't want, but he can't get rid of him in one window. So it doesn't work like that. You can't do what Chelsea did and bring in 5 to 10 man because it doesn't work like that. You're not going to be able to just regroup your squad like that. It takes time. But these man just want to put pressure on him for no reason because...
Josh even said that's first row. That's what Gunners do. Facts. We're going.
And here's the thing. Let's not even all get it twisted. Like, he could even end up getting Arsenal. Like, they could Arsenal him.
Well, just suck the powers from him.
They could just suck the powers from him. Just space jam him one time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Just one space
jam.
Man. I get what you're saying. I understand. But yeah, like, obviously, I think Arsenal fans are upset in terms of how pragmatic his approach is. Because I believed everyone was like, oh, he's like Pep. One thing he doesn't take from Pep is offensive on the front foot, whereas Arteta is much more defensive. But I wait to judge a man's philosophy and his mentality when he has his players. Maybe he's looking at it and he's like, these defenders ain't good enough. This. Yes, because these defenders ain't good enough to do what I need to do. All
right, I could maybe accept it like that.
Yeah,
if he was playing Aubameyang up front properly.
Fair enough. That's a fair point.
Like the fact is, he has the perfect formation for Aubameyang at the moment.
You reckon in the 3-5-2?
Yeah, because
I think so. I agree.
I've said this.
Aubameyang can run wild. Yeah. He can run wild.
Because then you can play a striker up there with him, a Lacazette, or if you want to play an Nketiah, who will do the more traditional holder play. Yeah. And just let Aubameyang
Just do
be
what
in the
he
box.
wants.
Just let Aubameyang, fam.
Yes, let Aubameyang go back.
You know what I'm saying? Let him do his thing. You get what I'm saying? Let him just be himself.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't affect you in any way. Just let the guy be himself. I don't understand having 3 up front. And then, I don't understand having 3 up front, yeah?
Go on.
When you're playing wing backs anyway. Never got that. Don't understand it one bit, because surely these men are going to occupy the same places on the pitch at some point. Like, surely the 3 up front has to be narrower. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
I don't understand having wing backs and then not having Aubameyang in the box to receive the ball. I don't get it. It's like, it's almost as if he's so defensive. If he's using Aubameyang's pace to occupy right backs and left backs. That's stupid. Get him occupying the centre back. I know you're trying to get him in the channels, but half of the time he doesn't end up on the channels. He's ending up wide. Half of the time Aubameyang's ending up as the person who might be delivering the cross, or is in that type of position where then he has to work something. Why have him on the left where he has to then 1-2 and work this and work that, and then get his shot off? Why not just have him in the middle?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I think he's incredibly defensive. I think any other big manager.
Yeah.
I think if Lampard was that defensive, Oli was that defensive. Check this one out. This is where I'm going to kill it. He's more defensive at this moment in time than Jose Mourinho.
God, I took the words out of my mouth, you know.
Jeez. Yeah, that's wild. But like I said,
Mr. Park the Bus.
Yeah, that is. He is.
As he was.
So I'm looking at Arteta. I'm like, all right, maybe I give you leeway because you don't have the defense and the defensive players that you want. So it's like I always wait to reserve judgment until you have the players in. Similar to like Lampard. That's why last season I was like, okay, this ain't your team, this ain't your players. Now you're getting the players you want. This is your team. Let's see what you do type of thing. But we will touch on Lampard shortly. Suraj here says, a lot of Arsenal's problems are because their fans overhype their club. I hear that. Stefan said, Arsenal fans said they wanted Euro for creativity, but I don't see him as an AM. I hear what you're saying. But yeah.
Awa from...
Awa, whatever his name is. What is it? Awa?
Awa.
Yeah.
Like Awa.
Awa.
Oh yeah, we're going to this. One of the surprising results of the weekend. Southampton 2, Everton 0.
Wasn't surprising.
You don't think it was surprising?
This is what I'm saying about it being like the championship, fam.
I did not expect Southampton to beat Everton.
I knew that Southampton were taking points off Everton, whether it was a draw.
A draw would have been, but a 2-0. And the thing is, I watched this game. Southampton played well. Southampton.
I watched this game until Now TV cancelled my pass hours early. Yeah. And the complaint's still in with you, yeah? You get what I'm saying?
What's it? Oh, yeah, before we continue, I almost missed that. Stefan says, are you going to do a preview for the Leipzig game? Yes. Me and JV will be on the Man United podcast on Sarcasm City TV tomorrow. So we're on every Tuesday and Thursday. The Man United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. We go live. And we discuss everything Manchester United. So since United will be playing on Wednesday, we'll do the preview on the Tuesday show. And then the Thursday show will be the recap. And you never know what happens with Manchester United, so we'll probably be talking about more. Who knows what the big story is going to be in it. You know, a couple of weeks ago, it was Maguire's the worst we've ever seen. He shouldn't be captain. Now he's played well in a couple of games. Everyone's gone silent, but it is what it is. Sorry, back to this. I just had to get that rant off my chest. Yeah, a draw would have been more surprising to me in this game. But Southampton played well.
Because
Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski didn't have much.
So you look at the system that Southampton played, and now playing the 2 up top with Che Adams and Danny Ings, and I swear it was me and Vils that talked about it last week. Yeah. You put them two together, they are a handful. Yeah. One can come deep, one can go in behind, one can occupy the channels, one can go straight into the box. They've got pace, they've got power, they're direct. And then you've got the likes of Redmond. And listen, James Ward-Prowse isn't the best midfielder, but technically he's very gifted. He can deliver a ball. And the goal in this game, I'm sorry, was phenomenal. What a finish.
Yeah.
But and I'm not just saying this, right?
Sigurdsson did hit the bar.
The game,
good. Go on.
Last week when they played us, I seen so many glaring holes on how to break through them. Like, let's be honest. If it wasn't, we should have won the game anyway, yeah? It was bad defending from us, but we battered Everton last week. They were not good. And this is what I was saying, I gave them credit because they hung in and they had a resilience I've never seen from an Everton side before, right? But I knew once they came up against a team like us, or a team like you, Spurs, Chelsea, not Arsenal, but you know what I mean. Like a team who City, yeah, and then they play someone the week after, they're gonna feel the hangover effect from it because they put everything into that game.
Yeah.
They've not got that kind of mentality yet, and
something that you reckon Ancelotti is trying to instill in them.
One thing I will say is, and Ancelotti did something this week which wound up a lot of Liverpool fans, and I mean really, really bothered him.
Go on.
Was basically the James Rodriguez, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did he start this game, he played the whole game last week.
Yeah.
Ancelotti came out and basically said that and named Virgil van Dijk and said, well, Virgil van Dijk injured him last week. He's going to be out for a number of weeks and he's not going to be fit. Listen, Liverpool fans, calm down. He's playing games. And one, he's defending his player because he's took the heat off Pickford.
True. Smart.
Which is smart. I get it.
Yeah.
And then obviously, Ancelotti, there was a viral clip where a Liverpool reporter basically came out and said, look, you're playing games and you're playing one up on the other. And it's like, he's an Everton fan. He's an Everton manager. He should be taking digs at Liverpool. This is how it should be.
Yes.
Now they've started to speak with the chest a bit. Like, let's enjoy this. I've not had this my whole life. Everton have never really been relevant. I want to see them doing okay. Nothing would make me happier than seeing them top, which they are now, and then watching them fall. My problem is Ancelotti is an unbelievable manager. And the one thing I will say, though, was the substitutions in this game from him were shocking. From a manager at that level, they were poor. He takes Iwobi off for Bernard, who offered nothing. No width, no pace. I didn't understand it. Like, so honestly, some of the substitutions in this were poor from him. I expect better from a manager of his standard.
I get what you're saying. This goal, though, the
this
flick
is what
round the corner. Was it Ward-Prowse who flicked it around the corner? Nah, the initial flick into Danny Ings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Ward-Prowse, yeah.
That's quality, that. That is quality. That flick right there, the way he's flicked it around Allen into Ings, and then even the pass back from Ings, and then the touch with his left foot, that is quality. Because if he misplaced,
the touch with his left foot sets it directly. It's a striker's touch.
Yes. If that's a Ings on the end of that, we're talking about how sharp he is and how good he is and the technique. Like, that's very smart, and then the strike as well, because that's a finish. Like, Pickford didn't stand a chance. That's a finish.
One thing I wanted to say about the substitutions, he took the Corey off.
Yeah.
Right. He then moves Allen into an attacking mid position. When have you ever seen Allen in attacking mid?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I hear you. I get what you're saying.
Look at this from Danny Ings, though. This is Mane-esque from the goal before. Look.
Yeah. Cross, to dig out the cross, like chip it to the back stick. Then I thought Che Adams, he took too long when he delayed.
Nah,
but he's looking like someone who's looking like a really good buy him.
Good finish. I thought he's delayed it. Like, when he's touched, I'm thinking,
but
but
when you see it from his other angle, it didn't set right. Watch. So it looked there. Good finish.
Good finish. Fortunate deflection, but yeah, good finish.
But
it was. Are we just watching the clips, people? But yeah, Southampton played well.
But we're coming on to the incident now, right?
Yeah, go on.
Anyone that tries to tell me that's not a red card from Digne, stop watching football.
That's what I wanted to know, actually. What was everyone's thoughts? Because I seen it and I was unsure at first. And then I was like...
So, right, this is the incident. He has a nibble there, right? And then he carries on. And then he has to go there.
Ooh. You can tell by Marcus Peters' reaction that he's like, yeah. Let's see. Because VAR did look at it as well.
Listen, we've played football. You can clip his heels.
Yes.
You don't have to go with your studs like that.
Yeah. When you go studs up like that, yeah. I get what you're saying. It's a red card.
Look, you can clip his heels. Why are you going like that?
Ooh. That's what it's good.
You don't need to look, you can clip his heels. Yes. You don't need to do that.
If his leg's planted, that could be an ankle break.
You don't need to do that. But this is what I'm saying. Although I think Ancelotti's doing a phenomenal job, he's clearly triggered something into Everton players' heads where they need Mourinho when he was talking to, and you need to be a bit more nasty.
Yeah, he'll be a little
bit. Look, like Richarlison's been sent off for awful challenge. Pickford should have been sent off. Not his fault. It's just erratic. Yeah. That's the worst one out of all of them for me because it's clear intent. He's chasing after him to do that. That's my issue with it.
No, I hear you. I get what you're saying. Stefan says to all three of us, what are your expectations for Everton this year, top 6? I think that's what they have to be aiming for.
I think they'll finish 7th.
But if they finish top 7, that's an improvement for them. Definitely. If they finish top 7, that's 1,000% an improvement for them. JV, what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
Everton.
Yeah.
No, the course, I think, well, you know what, actually, I don't know. I don't know, actually. They have the players, they have the manager, but how the season's going, I really don't know. I expect them. I expect Everton. I'll put it to you this way: I expect Everton to be playing Europa League football next season.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I would say so.
But one thing that
go
will
on.
hinder that is if Calvert-Lewin gets injured.
Yeah, you can't forget Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Nah, because I think my man will just same way I would seen Pickford go like that. He went, yeah. See that. I think he'll go get someone. I think he'll probably go get a striker in January anyway. He's that type of man. He knows. You see the same mistake what say Pep made and the same one that Klopp may have made. He's not going to make that mistake. He's too experienced. There's too many. Let's look at the teams he's been at, the players he's been around, the amount of times he's been in the game, the different ages of the game he's managed in. He ain't gonna pass up that.
He's gonna be smart. It'd be interesting to see. You know what? Because we was discussing it. Why I don't know. Why was we discussing it? Who was I with? It might have been with you, JV. I don't know. We was talking about with Richarlison, and I think where was I at? Nah, I was with my team I played for on Saturday. So it was a game we was talking about afterwards, and we were talking about how good St. Maximum is because with United we're about to play Newcastle.
I've rated St. Maximum.
And then I was like, we was discussing it, and I was like, if you put St. Maximum in that Everton side on that left-hand side, alongside Calvert-Lewin and James Rodriguez, how much better does that make them?
A lot better.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do
He
you
could
think
go out.
a lot better.
Maximum's that much better than Richarlison?
I think so, yeah. I'm just not a fan of Richarlison.
I think
you reckon it's a slight upgrade, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I think St. Maximum's a good player, but for me, you see when you're at them type of teams, you've got to be the standout in terms of not just looking at you, but he needs to now become a match winner for Newcastle. He should be a match winner.
For me,
that goes. Go on.
No, I was going to say, for me, you could actually move Rodriguez into the number 10. You leave Alan Decore behind him.
Yeah.
You then put St. Maximum on the right, Richarlison on the left, and Lewandowski up. I mean, Calvert Lewandowski up front.
Man.
But but imagine
but imagine that. Saying that. Calvert-Lewin, Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski.
But imagine that front four.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it like. Because I think, like you was talking about, the Kane and Vardy when you made the comparisons in terms of the teams you are with. St. Maximum's getting no service. Little to no service at times.
He is the service.
That's what I'm saying. He is the service.
He is the service. He ain't providing, fam. He is the service.
He's providing for himself.
He's the chef. He's the waiter. He's the
know what
cleaner.
I'm saying? Yeah. You know what it is for me? Nah, literally. You know what he should be doing? He should have it where for me, he needs to be played off a striker. He's wasted out wide. He needs to be played
through the middle. That'd be interesting.
Offer, even if it's him off Callum Wilson would be very interesting because Callum Wilson would be able to do the knockdowns for him, and then it could work the other way, whereas he could do the ball through for Callum Wilson because he's got the pace. Do you know what I mean? That's where I think Newcastle's missing a trick. Played him out because he's not really out wide. He kind of does start him behind, but then it's like his job is to. I don't want to see him in channels. I want to see him running at centre backs.
I get what you saying.
Maximum running at centre backs.
A free roll.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Ronaldinho-esque, it's just free.
But this is what I mean now. For example, if you went to Everton, you could interchange that front four or the front three behind him. Rodriguez could go back to the right side, that's where he's been playing anyway. St. Maximum could go to in the middle. St. Maximum could go to the left. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a nightmare for defenders. That's the issue a lot of defenders are having when they come up against City, Liverpool, United now because you can interchange.
Yes.
Like who do you defend?
Yeah. Because it's not like the
Because
left wing is
one minute that's my man.
Yeah.
Then he goes to the right, and then 1 minute you're my man, and it's like, well, wait a minute, like
where are we going?
Yeah, because then you need to talk, and that's where there's an issue.
Because Stefan here says, my doubts on St. Maximum has always been about his discipline. It was his biggest problem at Nice. Played under Ancelotti. Playing under Ancelotti could be the next best thing for him. Indiana says, shout out Indiana. He says, Toffees will make top 6 instead of Arsenal for me. It's a possibility. Like I said, they're up there definitely. And then speaking of Newcastle, we might as well go there. Wolves won, Newcastle won. I watched the majority of the game, not too much of it, because it wasn't the best, to be honest. I expected Wolves to win this game.
How many chances?
Yeah, but this is a game I think the last 4 times these two teams have played or something like that, it's been 1-1. Someone said that in the group chat. Shout out to football terrorists.
Can I just say?
Go on.
As a manager,
yeah,
there's a certain thing in this game which drives me mad.
Go on, what is it?
It's Newcastle's equaliser.
The wall.
Oh my! Honestly, listen.
Get it off your chest.
Yeah, you know what? I knew.
Listen. Right, you 1-0 up. you fought to get yourself into position. Unbelievable finish from Raul Jimenez, yeah? All right, so you go 1-0 up. At this point, they don't, yeah, that's a great ball. They don't look like they're going to pose a threat on the counter-attack, right? They're only going to score from your mistake from a set piece, right? They then get a set piece. Here's an idea, Rui Patricio, Portuguese #1. Set your ball right. What are you doing? You can clearly see the right foot is going to hit it. How are you just going to literally just go, oh, you want to put it in the bottom corner? You're like, well, move over to the right a bit, and you can just literally place it round it. Like, what are we doing? Like, you're making it easy for him.
Yeah.
Honestly, if that's my team on a Saturday and they set the wall up like that, and I can clearly see there's a gap, and the keeper set the wall up like that, he's getting dropped and he's not playing the next game. I'm not mad at him. I don't get it. Like, you're a international. You played at World Cups.
Yeah.
You played at the highest level.
Yeah.
It is basics. Set your wall right.
Yeah.
And then it's down to the wall, because if it goes through the wall, you can blame the wall. All the accountability is on you. It's shocking.
Nah, it is a basic error as well. Like, it's really easy to.
And then you can actually rectify it. The
Go on.
save is poor. He gets a hand on it, but look how weak the hand is. It's Jordan Pickford-esque. It's awful.
Chocolate wrist. That's what it was.
Honestly, it's like watching.
chocolate wrist.
It's like watching Carriers.
It's like watching Carriers.
What a finish this is.
Yeah, that's a strike. That is a strike. You gotta give credit where credit's due. Jimenez, that's a strike. Why they've got Jimenez alone on the edge of the box, I don't know, but that's a strike.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, why is Jimenez on the edge of the box by himself on a set piece? I think both managers would be disappointed in conceding goals like that, even though that one's not from a set piece direct.
Yeah, but
And the goalkeeper gets a hand on it as well. You're looking at it
just
like,
look at that.
yeah, the walls. Yeah, that's a bad wall.
I'm not David Beckham. I could whip the ball around that
That's a
corner
bad
into
ball.
that. Look, but look at how far.
I've seen walls like that in my side of the league. Go on.
Like, let's really peep this wall.
Yeah.
It's one tall man and three short men. What sense is that? And then you got the next short brother, yeah, giving him a perfect target to get through that thing,
Yeah.
to get through that gap, to get through the gap. You get what I'm saying? So that's a madness from my man.
Honestly.
Yeah, but it's still a madness from the players as well. But more time, even when you're in the wall, you bunch up, don't you? And then
Yeah,
you look
you
behind
jump,
and
yeah.
you position
And the ref's
yourself a bit.
talking.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
But it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you play it now,
Yeah.
he gets a hand to it, and it is a shocking hand.
Let's see.
What are you doing?
Ooh,
It's
yeah,
poor
that-
on
yeah,
every level.
Yeah, that's.
Your
You know why
Portugal's
it's even a bit poor
number
as well,
one.
because my man's not known for doing that.
Yeah, it's
That's
not like
not like
it's not like he's a free kick specialist.
Yeah,
like a
you know
Ward.
what I'm
It's
saying?
not like it's a
The
Ward
man's
Prowse.
been out for
Yeah.
about a year.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Look,
And he did get a
that
hand.
is awful.
Yeah, that's not good. It's bad all around. That. Yeah. This Nuno must be kicking himself. That's bad all around.
Kicking himself.
That's bad.
He
all
should be
round.
doing a Fergie and kicking someone in that changing room.
No. Do you know where Nuno played?
That would Nuno play.
Nuno was a goalkeeper.
Was it? Oh yeah. He's livid. Yeah. I didn't know he was a goalkeeper.
Nuno was a goalkeeper,
Nuno
mate.
is
He's gonna close line from
livid.
head. Oh,
He is livid. Yeah, that's
just
ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All right, we'll move on to Leeds' 3-0 win at Villa Park. Another team who were, if I'm correctly, who were undefeated
yeah.
before this game.
Listen,
Yeah, you've been waxing lyrical about Leeds for as long as I can remember.
and about a specific striker.
Yeah.
Who I said would
Bamford.
score more goals in the Premier League because he's more suited to the Premier League than he would score in the Championship.
Mhm.
Lo and behold, Patrick Bamford. What a performance he had in this game.
I hear you. You should. Ooh, that's a bad miss though.
Yeah, it's a bad miss. It's a bad miss.
And then we're cleared off the.
To be fair though, Aileen,
I don't like it was him.
It did look like it was.
Aileen makes the mistake and then he rectifies it by getting back and look how close this is.
No start, yo.
That is very
See,
close.
they're the type of ones that get given, you know. Nah, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
though, without the goal
that
line.
would have been given.
Without the goal line.
I hear that.
Obviously, unless you're Roy Carroll.
Yeah.
The guy says you're right. See, Grealish shit. Well, that's a clumsy tackle. How is that not a penalty?
No,
How?
watch. Just
How?
Right, VAR. Come on.
VAR's got to check that shit.
VAR checked it.
I said no.
Watch.
Nah, it's a penalty.
Now watch it from the other angle.
Let's see.
Nah, it's a penalty. I'm having it as a penalty.
Yeah,
you
to
know
me,
why?
that's a penalty.
can't do
You can't
this.
Get, you can't get too
You can't
close.
do this.
Even though it's not as much as a penalty as I thought it was,
Nah.
it'd be soft.
Nah, it's
But
the,
once you connect like that, that's a penalty to me.
yeah, but this is my problem. It's the angles they're using on the actual game.
It's a penalty.
They're shown an angle where it's literally. So, for
Look,
example, if that's
there.
Grealish,
You can't tangle with somebody's legs.
no. But
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, a specific angle shows it, and it literally on the other angle looked like there was zero contact. This is my problem with VAR. Show every angle.
I hear you.
But
You're not lying.
But to be fair though, I've seen him give him. So I was surprised when I first seen it that Leeds got away
That's
with
where
one.
I'm trying to come from. That's my angle now. 'Cause I know how VAR works.
Yes.
So my thing is, that
That's
can't
one
be
of-
one and this one can't be one. Do you
That's,
get what I'm
that's a
saying?
penalty to me.
Look
Like,
at Grealish here.
yeah. Grealish just bursting past players.
No, watch what he does.
I never thought he had that.
No,
Yeah,
look,
serious?
look. Still going.
Oh, yeah.
Still going.
Got to score. Great run, but you got to score.
Do you know what that is? That's
Huh?
got to go in the roof.
Yes. You just got to put your foot through it.
Put
Just
your foot
smash.
through that. Smash!
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Smash that.
Can't be shooting low. There's too many bodies.
Yeah. You got to smash. But Villa had their chances though. Good save
Villa.
by the keeper. You expect him to Villa. But
Villa.
yeah, up the Villa. But that's
So
a good, Villa did have their
so
chances. this
Leeds
game.
score a minute after this.
That's a
From the
good save.
kickoff, they score. Watch this.
Striker's goal, that rebound.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Striker's
It's a striker's finish.
That's a striker's finish.
You know what?
Ha-
Shout out my guy T from Leeds. Get well soon. Shout out my guy T.
Have you seen
maybe
the have you
think
seen the
about it.
highlights for this? Yeah.
No, I've not seen a full highlight.
Watch this goal.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a strike. Bamford, that's a strike. He just put it top bins.
But don't you remember when he was at
but
Chelsea
look,
though?
look how he hits it.
That's a strike. Whew.
Wow, what's
The
that,
way he's
fam?
crossed it. Yeah, was that like what was it?
Knuckle slap ball.
Yeah,
You know what? Yeah, don't you remember
but-
when he was at
ridiculous.
Chelsea and he had
Wait,
that mad hype about him?
but
when he
this
was
is his
young,
best
though?
goal.
I forgot he was at Chelsea actually. I
Yeah,
did
that's
forget.
where he had that mad hype in it.
Yeah, that's quality. That.
No, watch what he does.
That is
What it
quality.
zooms
Do you know what
in.
it is as well? He's got old school left foot. You can see
Yeah.
it, innit?
Yeah.
Look at this, how he manipulates his body to get an angle. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a bow.
That's what you call a wand
Yeah,
of a left foot, innit?
Take a bow for that. Yeah. That's.
I've
quality.
always said this. I've said
That's
this
quality.
from young. I realised
go
this
on.
from playing football when I was young. Left footers
Yeah.
can unlock some next type of kicking ability,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
right footers don't have. Right footers can't really kick the ball how a left footed person kicks the ball.
I get what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm saying? Left footers have a different way. It's almost like gentle, but it still bangs.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
It just looks more. It just looks.
Yeah,
more
you know what I'm saying?
Left footers have. When we was talking about, remember when we had the whole French thing? It's
Yeah.
similar to that with the left foot. They
You know what I'm
just look
saying?
Elegant. Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
elegant, but they
Yeah.
still banged it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Still rasped it.
Like, they
Roberto
like-
Carlos.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Before
Different, fam.
Yeah.
before you move on, Bielsa in that game.
Go
so
on.
20 minutes in, they're playing Struik, he can play centre back, he can play centre mid. He gets booked early. 20 minutes in, Bielsa hooks him off. One, because of the booking, and two, because he wasn't doing what he wanted, and Bielsa hooked him off, took him straight off, put Shackleton in, and that's what won him the game. This
good,
man,
that kid.
this man is different.
That kid's good, you know.
Yeah, he's very good.
That Shackleton. He's only like 20, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unbelievable
See,
talent.
I remember I've seen a bit of him and I was like, yo, I thought he was like a big man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I always impresses me? If I watch a young player
Yeah.
and I don't know you, and you make me think you're a big man.
You're older than you are because of the composure you have.
Just your composure, the way you
Yes.
play. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, who's this? Oh, it looks like he looked like a guy who's played like 200 championship games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So they
I
got
get
that type of, man.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
they had the composure that we lacked on
Yeah, yeah.
United Central today.
And
Yeah,
it's-
that's fun. Yeah.
and it's like, you look at the start, they've
Everybody.
had
I don't know
Dumfries.
about you, man. That was the Wi-Fi, innit?
No. That was the Wi on your
That was
end.
the
That was the
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi,
yeah.
but more so, basically, Saeed, I'm just throwing you under the bus here. Saeed,
Yeah, it's
Saeed, you're my
fault,
guy.
yeah.
Let me look in the camera. Saeed, you're my guy. But yo, like Lewis said, Morata composure in front of goal today. Yeah, that's what
yeah.
it was.
But,
Yeah, flick on that light.
what
I like that. Wait, you see how it looks on there? But
I'm
yeah,
saying
go on,
was,
Sean.
look at Leeds in fifth. Great start to the season.
Great start to the season. They'll stay up more than likely. He's looking.
Oh no,
at-
I know they're going to stay up, but I
Unfortunately.
genuinely think they're going to challenge for the top 10.
You know what it is, though? I swear to you, yeah? Someone's going to win a trophy this year who wouldn't have normally
Like
won it.
Southampton or something.
No, I mean like a League Cup or even an FA
Yeah,
Cup.
that's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
I think someone's going to get... I think this is... And I called this time ago, yo. If you're really one of my fans, yeah? You know I called this time ago in lockdown and I said, when this next season starts, it's going to be mash up
Gonna get a
because...
surprise winner type.
Going to
of
get a
thing.
surprise thing because it's going to be... I said it's going to be like a Leicester season.
Yes.
And it does seem as if it's going that way. Don't get me wrong. The top teams haven't fell off as much as they did in that season. And the underdogs aren't as explosive as Leicester were. But there's going to be some major upsets this season.
Yeah.
So there's going to be, all right, now I'll put you to this, a really big team will miss out on European football this year, and it will be a shock.
I could see that happening. Definitely. Stefan says his body control on the last goal was wonderful. That is big facts. Please make sure to everyone who's locked in, hit the like button. I'm going to keep saying this, subscribe to the channel, and share the video across all the socials also. But moving on to this result, West Ham United won, Manchester City won.
Oh, brother.
Go on. I'll let you kick it off. I'll let you
My
kick it off.
guy,
Chelsea. Yeah?
this right here, fam.
I'll let you kick it
This
off.
is all I'm saying.
I'll let you
Overhead
kick it
kick. He needs some ratings on his name as
Yes,
well. I'm not
he
saying
does.
he's like some legend or nothing. I'm not going to say, but
Yeah.
he needs a lot more respect, Michail Antonio.
off. Yes, he does.
He needs a lot more
Because he's
respect.
playing with a David Moyes West Ham, so it's not like he's blessed with a lot of service.
And
there's
he
not a lot of
scores
talent in that
bangers,
team.
fam.
Yes, he does.
And he
score
scores
bangers.
important goals.
He
Yeah.
does.
Everyone talks like Declan Rice is the main man for West Ham. It's Mikel Antonio.
There's a lot more main man than World Rice, man. There's a lot more main
I know
man.
you're not a fan of Declan Rice whatsoever. Just before we continue talking about Antonio, is that Ruben Diaz? Does he have to do better there?
Rewind it.
Do you know what it is,
Does
bro?
he have to do better there?
All right, then. I'll put it to you like this, bro.
As a new centre back, should he do better? I think if that's Laporte, that doesn't happen.
I don't think he has to do any better. I think he's doing a very good job.
You reckon just Antonio
All right,
is
then.
that
He's
good?
tight to his man.
Yeah,
True.
he's tight.
He's very tight, bro. Any tighter, he gives away a penalty.
Okay.
In his head, he's thinking, all right, then.
Yeah.
What else could Antonio have done there to score?
Yeah, he couldn't have done anything else.
There's
Antonio.
nothing
Yeah,
else.
I'm just looking
He
at
didn't.
it, yeah.
Wheel it up again. Watch. Look.
I'll
He's
tell you,
right on
I'll
him,
tell
bro.
you now, there's someone that should be doing better there, and it ain't Ruben Diaz. It's the man in pink.
Yes.
It's right down his throat.
Ooh.
But do you know why that is?
He's not expecting it.
Look, no, how
No, you know what it is?
Go on.
He's not expecting it, but he's seeing how tight Diaz is there.
Yeah.
He should maybe anticipate more,
That's what I'm saying.
but he can't even believe. He probably thinking, what's just happened there?
Antonio's got that purchase on it. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Now I understand what you're saying.
You see this game
Maybe
here?
it's more goalkeeper. It's more goalkeeper-esque.
You see this game here? You know what this game was crying out for?
Go on.
Crying, screaming.
Go on.
David Silva.
Oh, yeah, without question.
And
You don't just replace a David Silva. I keep telling people about that guy.
no, but I mean, this is this type of game where it
It's a
just
good finish
needed.
though by Foden. That's a good finish. That's a
Just
good take.
this
and a good
game just
finish.
needed more composure to it from them.
Someone to
Everything seemed
control the
very
game.
rushed.
that
yeah.
level of control that David Silva would
It
bring.
seemed very rushed from City. I was very disappointed in him,
That's
to
a
be
touch.
honest.
That's a touch and a finish that though, Foden. 'Cause
You know,
that's not
more and
easy to
more I
control.
watch this guy,
Go on.
I'm starting to think he might be a centre forward. You know,
Who Foden?
I'm starting to think Foden is not a centre midfielder.
You
And I
don't
don't
believe
even
he's a 10?
He's a second striker.
Yeah, I think he's.
Okay.
I think he's someone you play. All right, then. If this is 4-4-2 era, Foden plays right up top off the striker.
Right.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
For the knockdowns.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
he's too much of a in the box. He's got a. You can see that real natural instinct, like that touch. Then
It's a quality touch.
not many, quote unquote midfielders take that touch, do they?
No.
You get
That's
what I
an
mean?
easy one to miscontrol. And even if he miscontrolled it, you'd blame the pass. You say it's a better pass. Yeah, Sterling's got to do better there. Sterling has to do better
Yeah,
there.
has to do better. But this
Yeah.
is the problem with Sterling is he is known for missing them kind of chances.
Yes. Poor touch. Should score, definitely. But once you've done that and then you get that close to the keeper, yeah, you give the keeper a chance. You
You know what Sterling needs to start doing?
Go on.
Yeah, just pause this for a sec.
Yeah.
For me, Sterling needs to bring into his game something which I don't ever see anymore. And it's really simple. And if Sterling brings this into his game, he'll get at least 10 goals.
If you say what I think you're about to say.
Do you know what it is? Check me flawless.
Yeah, go on.
Just go around the keeper, fam.
I knew he was going to say that.
Sterling needs to just start going around the keeper.
Start just going around the keeper rather than shoot.
You know, big boy Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo.
Yes.
Sure, it's something mad like 88 goals he scored like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The amount of
out-
times he would
yeah.
do step overs and go around the keeper.
Just go around the keeper, fam.
That was literally his trademark.
In the World Cup final, Oliver Kahn, the man dropped his shoulder and took it round the keeper
Just
and
go
slipped
around.
it in.
Trust me, Sterling would score because he's dreadful one-on-one. And that's
And
not
he's a
me
good
dissing.
dribbler. Yeah, he's a good dribbler.
He
so he's
could
not
just
gonna
go around the
there.
keeper. He
Yeah,
would
yeah.
get at least 10. Nah, I think he'd get about 15 goals, bro.
Just going around the keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And then you know how sick it is? You know, once he gets known for that, then the keeper moves, then he can start slotting.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're
Sterling would score easily.
Yeah.
And then if you actually put those goals into Sterling's game, he becomes one of the deadliest in Europe because his goal output,
It's ridiculous as it is.
it's still, what, is it
Incredible.
like 3-4 years now? It's 20s.
Yeah, he's City's go-to man now because Aguero's...
I've said this for a while. He
Yeah, you did
isn't
say
it?
this.
Yeah,
You did say this.
Aguero's not the same, and what I mean by that is he's injury. Like he's injured again. He got injured in that game.
For me, they're missing a trick. Like, but at the same time, I'm quite worried because all it takes is when City really need to go get someone to go and get him in it. That's what I'm trying
If
to
they
say.
get, they're only a world-class player away from elevating the whole.
Well, have you not
level.
heard who they want?
Who they supposedly want? Now I've not. Who?
Their Aguero replacement is a certain young Norwegian kid.
Haaland.
Yeah,
That's who they're looking at. See that?
Even though Haaland's good, you don't look like a Pep signing to me.
No, he doesn't. But you see, if City go to that roll across the box,
Yeah,
because how long is Pep going to be there?
if you go to that
True.
roller, if you go back
that's a great point.
if you go back to that David Silva, Nasri Dzeko roll
Yeah,
across
yeah.
the box type football,
Yeah, he'll be fine.
he will get many a goal.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with Pep signings, he doesn't look like a Pep signing because he's not very mobile as a striker in terms of he's not going to be out wide or nothing like that, is he? He's not going to drop in. But Pep has the means and the ways to work something out.
Mm.
If he gets man to just start putting him on a plate,
Yeah.
Haaland's you're number one in it. Like, I'd have Haaland at this moment in time. I would have Haaland over Mbappe if I want a goal scorer. If I
I know
want,
what you're saying, because I don't look as Mbappe is. I'm not looking at you as a 9, so I get what you're saying.
if
there.
I want an explosive forward,
Yeah.
I go for Mbappe.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying, innit? But for me, if I want goals, Haaland's the best bet. So yeah, City are lacking a bit at the moment. That even I think I was watching the game. You know what West Ham said? One of them said it. Said we must be doing all right because they normally come in and score like 4 or 5. And I thought, that's a very
valid point.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's the thing with City. The one thing, and obviously we know about Aguero, but it's a presence up there.
Yes.
That's
Presence
the
and
big
fear
thing.
as well.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because you know Aguero, if you give him a chance, it's a wrap. You know if you give him a chance, it's
Who's
a
this
wrap.
Aguero?
Yeah. Like, just look at his goal. His goal return is ridiculous. And he's injured more time. I can't remember the last time he stayed fit for a full season. If you check out his goal return, I swear it's at least it's at least 25 plus every
it's
season.
not even that. It's his goals to game ratio. Like, if he wasn't injured, he would be the Premier League top goal scorer ever.
Yes, definitely.
Because
Without question.
Honestly, it's scary.
Like, the fact that people say, and we mentioned Kane before, that Kane's better than him, to me is nuts.
No.
It's just his injury. I'm taking, if I can pick a player, I'm taking Aguero. I
Yeah.
think he's ridiculous.
So if literally, if any,
King can't compare to Aguero.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
but if you had the choice
agree.
and you say, look, you can take any player from a rival team in the prime, fully fit, won't get injured, who you're taking, 90% of people take Aguero.
Yes. I don't think it's
I'm
up for
telling
debate.
you right
Because
now.
he is fit all season. He's 30 plus goals a season, easy. Because he averages 20 to 25, and he's never fit fully. So if he's fully fit, he's 30
40,
plus.
You know what it is with
Easy.
Aguero
Yeah.
as well? You have to really deep it. Aguero probably plays two-thirds of a season
Yeah.
and still
Yes.
gets 20 goals.
Yes.
And I mean honestly 2/3. He doesn't play 80% of City. He plays about
60.
50-60%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he'll just do what he does against Newcastle and bank 5 in out of nowhere. Like, it's a
Yeah.
joke.
Ridiculous. And he's another one who will score different type, left foot, right foot, place it,
Outside
put
the
his foot
box.
through it,
Everything.
headers, running in behind.
Outside the box.
Yes.
Volleys. Like, he can do everything.
Sharp. Very,
Everything.
very sharp. He is. But all right, before you moved on, because you mentioned it, Haaland not being a Pep signing. How much pressure is Pep under?
I mean, is he? We've been saying this for God knows
I'm
how long.
asking, no. I'm asking a question because obviously City fans ain't prominent on social media, so it's tough to gauge. But it seems that the rest of the Premier League being bad helps you out a lot
Yes.
because they've not had a good start to the season whatsoever.
but they were helped out last year by how good we were. They were poor.
Yeah, they were poor. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. Pep, and we've said this before. Pep gets a Pep allowance.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Go and elaborate on the Pep allowance.
Bro, man, say Pep, yeah? And that's it. I could just say Pep.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. This type of football, these
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of players, this type of... Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
instantly, when I say his name, Pep Guardiola, there's a grandeur around his name. There's a... You know what I'm saying? It's like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? So instantly, just by me saying his name, it gets all historical. You start remembering... You get what I'm
Then
saying?
you start talking about the Barcelona team.
But that only lasts for so long.
Mm.
What he needs to do sooner or later
Yeah.
is win. He needs to start winning again.
True.
Because Pep hasn't been a winner now for what? If you don't win nothing this year,
It's 2 seasons in a row he's not winning.
that's 2 seasons in a row. And the only time he's probably not won it in 2 seasons in a row is when he had a season out.
Yeah.
When he took a sabbatical. You know what I'm saying? Pep wins at least the Copa del Rey or the DFB Pokal in Germany or the, you know what I'm saying? Their versions of the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
He wins at least something and then comes back with a vengeance and wins everything.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't not win for long. And I think, you see, like when you're used to winning,
yeah,
not winning will have a big toll on you, you know. Because you're almost spoilt by winning. Pep is spoilt by winning in his career. Him now going without winning, he doesn't know what to do when he's not winning.
Yeah, and
he's never had to rebuild a team.
Yeah, and we've seen him
from not
struggle.
winning.
When you start talking about injuries and you spent all this money, it's like, come on. As Aiden Andrews says he won the Carabao Cup. Yeah, obviously we know this. We're talking a major trophy.
We're talking Pep.
Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues. What Pep's known for? He's built his name on winning leagues and Champions Leagues.
We're talking Pep, yeah.
Well, more so Premier League, I should say. But yeah,
we're talking Pep. Like the Carabao for Pep. Pep's won them type of things before and probably not even batted an eyelid, mate. He's probably won that and gone, right, yes, Champions League next week. You know what I'm saying?
Are you honestly going to tell me that Pep's pleased with just winning the Carabao Cup?
Absolutely not.
Pep don't even know what the Carabao Cup is. He don't know that's the old school Everton Cup, my guy. He don't know these things there. He's like, what, a final in February? You know what I'm saying? He's baffled by that. He's saying, that ain't a real trophy, fam. How am I not winning this at the end of the season, fam? You know what I'm saying? He's not happy with that. He's a serial winner. Him not winning, he's here for the big. He's not here at City to win a Carabao Cup. He's not even here at Manchester City to win an FA Cup. Check that one out. He's here to win the league and the Champions League. Yeah, more so the Champions League. Because if he does that with City, he goes down in absolute history.
Well, no, he was brought here to win the Champions League.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because City were winning leagues before Pep anyway. So
that's what I mean.
He's not done anything different. He's just added a few more trophies on top of winning the league in a season. You were brought here to do the Champions League, to win in the Champions League. You had the best chance last year. You had Leon in the quarter-final, and you stumbled. Yeah. That's on you. And this is the thing about Pep, right? And this is why Ville's made another phenomenal point. Pep has been blessed with winning. When have you ever seen Pep go through this kind of turmoil? When have you ever seen Pep have a dip, or his teams have a dip in form like this? When have you ever seen Pep's teams go this long without winning and looking? The problem is obviously you go off stats, you go off eye test, right? Yeah. I watched that City game. That doesn't look like a Pep City team. It looks weak. It looks like you can get at him exposed. There's no stability. There's no fear factor.
Yeah, you fear Pep City sides like, oh, they got this player, they got that player, and they still got certain players of a certain quality,
they still they will raise like when they play us in a couple of weeks, they will raise their game. I know that for a fact.
I agree with that.
There's just that aura's not there anymore. Even with Pep, he just doesn't look the same. Like he just doesn't. Do you know what I mean? He
looks like a shell,
a
shell of Pep. Do you remember? Do you honestly remember
the aura?
The aura. Pep had a Fergie aura. He had an old school Mourinho special one aura. He had you know what I'm saying? He had you know what I'm saying? It was like, Pep was scary, bro.
Yes.
Pep was scary. Yeah. Even in his approach, his talk, he seemed ruthless. He seemed, now my man seems like do you know what Pep seems like?
Go on.
Pep's like, you know, like when your mum, when you was young and your mum was ferocious.
Yes.
Your dad was ferocious.
Yeah.
You get old now, they're there with your kids or your nephews and nieces, and they're all like, they're just CBeebies. That's what I call it. They're just CBeebies now. They're just watered down. They're just bare Vimto. They're light Vimto. They're just watered down now. Yeah. That's Pep, bro. He's just watered down. He's not got that same ferociousness. When I explain to my kids how my mum was, they don't believe me, bro.
Yeah.
Because she's not like that now.
Like that anymore.
Do you get what I'm saying?
She's mellowed.
That's what Pep's like. It's like he's come over here. You know what it is?
Yeah.
He's been the top dog. He's been busting man up.
Yeah.
He's come over here. He's held a couple licks. Man's mellowed from the licks.
Yeah, he has mellowed.
He's never held no licks.
I was going to say that. Because he's been defeated. And in the manner in which he got defeated by Klopp has made him...
He's like the bully now who's been banged out and he's just gone now.
Well, and you look at the bully like, right, is that the same?
But this is what... So, you touched on a point I wanted to make. You look at Fergie, right? And let's be honest, the most embarrassing league defeat was the Aguero moment, right? Last minute, you think you've won it, you've not. Imagine the pain that Fergie would have felt in that moment. And what did Fergie do? He didn't sulk. He didn't do what Pep did. Didn't blame everything else but himself. He went, you know what? I'm going to win this league next year. Ferdinand, do me a favour. Put your hand around the younger players. They're going to need it because we're going to win the league next season. What do we need? Go get me Van Persie. Arsenal? Don't care. I'll get him. He'll win us the league. What happened? He went and won the league. That kind of mentality. Because Fergie has had defeats. He's been knocked down. He's brought himself back up. Ancelotti's had defeats. Been knocked down, brought back up. Klopp, how many finals did he lose?
It was 5.
Oh, hella fun.
Yeah, it was 5.
He knows what losing feels like. So when Liverpool are going through a bad stage, I know we can get out of it. The problem City have got now, and this is me being completely upfront. If I was in City's position, I was a City fan, I'd be worried. There's alarming signals which I don't like to see. Pep doesn't look like himself. He's sulking. He's not the same on the touchline. The City team aren't the same on the pitch anymore. Even the spending. If that's City 3 years ago, they go and get Ruben Diaz like that. Why are you waiting so long? There's something that just isn't adding up. And then everything to me, and listen, if I'm wrong, fair enough, I'll hold my hands up come next year. I genuinely believe, given everything that I'm seeing this season with City and Pep, I think this is Pep's last season.
Could be. And Ahmed made a great point. He says, lads, I think Pep's mum's dying has had a massive effect on him. He's a complete different person since she died last
exactly,
year.
That's what
and
I mean.
that can add into it. Adding all the stuff we just mentioned, adding his mum dying as well, which is tragic, of course. That's much, much bigger than football. That could affect. That would affect anyone in normal day life. So when you're at the top end of your profession with all eyes on you, of course, that can affect it. Go on, last point on it, and we'll move on to United.
Like you
United,
said, it's not going to be the same, innit? Like, I'll just leave that one there. You're never going to be the same after something like that. You're never going to be the same, innit? No matter who you are, no matter how strong you are, no matter how fierce you are. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them. It's quite sad, actually. You know what I'm saying? When you think of the impact that's had on him. But it's not really something you want to have an effect on someone like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just leave that one there. But
Facts. No, I hear that. And moving on, we'll finish on this because I'm sure there's plenty to be said. Not so much in the game, more so the two managers. That's what seems to have come from this result. People haven't been speaking about the game because the game was pretty much a non-event, and people have been talking more about Ever and Hasselbank in the Sky Sports studios afterwards. But Manchester United 0, Chelsea 0. Two teams a game where two teams' defences were completely on top. Both defences played very well. Both attacks were non-existent. United's was slightly better. Rashford should have scored that chance, and then we're having a different conversation. But I think I said this before the game when I did many previews on Aaron, specifically on Aaron's show, when I said people were expecting the game to be open because both defenses have been bad and all the attacking quality that is in both sides. And people were saying 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, 3-all, etc., etc. And I said 2-1. And the reason why I said 2-1, not only is it a big game, number one, not only is it early in the season, number two, this is a game that neither manager can afford to lose.
Exactly.
Because both managers are 2 or 3 bad results away from being under a lot of pressure from the fans. Not so much the board. I think the board, especially with Lampard, I think the board will give him time. Ollie's had bad results at different periods for long times, and the board has never really come out and said anything, but the fans would have went into a frenzy, and both managers played like that. Both setups tell you that. And then
even Lampard's interview said it.
What did he say in the interview? I didn't watch his
interview.
interview.
So there was a bit toward literally the last minute, and you see them two having a laugh, and the reporter basically asked Lampard what were you and Ollie saying? It was like, this game isn't one for the fans.
So there you go.
That says it all.
Yeah.
Coming from the two man who can affect it.
Yes.
And you know what? This is where I want to go with this.
Go on.
Ollie gets a lot of flames. PE teacher this and that. If Ollie's the PE teacher, Lampard's surely the substitute PE teacher for him. Let's really go there. If Ollie was English, all right, then let me put it to you like this. If Ollie was English, he's Frank Lampard. If Ollie was English, he is Frank Lampard. If he's called Oliver Gregory Sutherland, or you know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's very, very,
you know what I'm saying?
Very good.
If he's Oliver Gregory Sutherland, he gets treated the same as Lampard.
Yeah, Ahmed here says JV, Lamps and Ollie are on the same level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know they are, but Lampard doesn't get those flames. Well, we're being told that Ollie is trash. Ollie's this, and that. I'm telling you now. If Ollie had the season what we're having now, after spending 200 and odd million pounds on creative players, because let's get it right. Chilwell might be a left back.
Yeah.
He's an attacking left back.
True.
He spent no peas on Thiago Silva, except wages. Everyone else you've bought, and the goalkeeper, sorry. So you goalkeeper. Everyone else you've bought has been attacking.
Your Werners.
Your Werners. Your Ziyechs. You know what I'm saying? Havertz,
Yeah.
bro. Tell me how you take off 120,
Odd million.
130 million pounds of talent and you bring on Mount and Abraham. That is dreadful. If I was Abramovich right there, I'd be like, yo, this guy is lost, fam. That makes no sense, you know. How? All right, let me put it to you like this. That's like me saying to you, yo, I need a new whip, fam. Or I need, you know what I'm saying? I need this, I need that.
Yeah.
And then I go and I use the new one for a bit and then I go, nah, it's dead. That. Let me go back to my old one. You'd be like, bro,
I just helped you out
like,
getting
bro,
a new
what
one.
was you on about, fam? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like literally now, let's get some stats up, yeah? I've turned into Strove, yeah?
Go on.
62 games. This is Lampard's record, yeah? 62 games.
Man's going full style.
Just 15 clean sheets. Lost 20 games out of 62, you know.
Yeah, that's bad.
No. That's not the worst. Conceded
I was about to
99 goals in 62 games.
Right, wait. So
1 second, fam. Like, Ollie is catching flames for a lot less. Don't get me wrong. They ain't had no nights in Paris, fam.
true. The man's conceding on average 1.6 goals a game.
That's dreadful.
That's round it up, it's 2 a game.
Like, honestly, if you really deep it now, yeah?
Just out of curiosity, does it say how many goals they've scored?
No. Doesn't. So I'll leave that one out because I don't know. He might have thingy.
No, because the reason I asked that is because, to me, if I'm Lampard, I'm going into this transfer window. The attack's not the problem. It's the defense.
We all said this. Like, if their defense is better last season,
Yeah, we said this.
they finish a lot higher.
Yeah, they finished above us anyway.
No, I don't even say. I say a lot higher because we wouldn't have got to the point to get.
They should have been
ahead
chasing
of.
City. They should have been on City's.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, really, let's deep it, bro. You've bought, and I know it's still early, but £80 million. We've been here before. 80 million on Havertz, 60 million on Werner. You're not playing them in the right positions.
True that. That's true.
You're buying Ferraris and you're driving them on dirt roads. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what he's doing, bro. He's buying Ferraris. He's driving them off-road.
What an analogy that
Do you
is.
get what I'm saying?
You're buying them on dirt
That is
roads.
phenomenal.
It's true, bro. He's got Ferraris and he's driving them off-road. All right, then earlier on, Arteta's getting flames from us for playing Fingy out left. He had Werner out on the left for much of the season.
Yeah, that's a very valid point.
Havertz is all here and there and everywhere.
That's
He's got Mason Mount playing as a right winger, fam.
That's accurate.
What's going on? Like, seriously, let's really appreciate it. Because I'm telling you now, if Oliver Gregory Sutherland was Ollie's real name,
Oliver Gregory.
he's not getting this flames.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
He's
That's a fair point.
Lampard is a fraud. I don't care. He's only getting the time because he's Frank Lampard and he's English.
I agree with that to an extent in terms of the second part.
Bro, you know what? It's not even to an extent. Really think about if my man was foreign, how Chelsea would have done him already. He'd be gone.
You reckon 5 games in, it'd be done?
And not last season, he'd be gone.
Di Matteo won them a Champions League.
Yeah, and then got sacked. I get what you're saying.
Bro, if
I get
this
what you're
is
saying.
last season, I mean, not I'm saying if he's not English, he doesn't even have the luxury. How can you have a season as let's get it right, yeah? Man, what I say? Oh, you know, he brought in the youth and that. You know, no, that was an excuse. He could have really bought Man in January last year.
I know what you're saying.
But he knows that if he would have bought Man in January last year,
Yeah.
his finish to the season would have had to been spectacular.
Would have had to been spectacular, and you don't know if the players he wanted to sign were available in January.
No, I know that.
Possibly,
But
yeah.
he would have always. He's not just got that money.
Yeah.
My man didn't just come to him with that money and go, right, now, nah, he had that outlay there already.
Okay.
You're overusing. All right, then, let me put it to you like this.
Go on.
Look at Ross Barkley. How have you loaned out a man to a team who you think he's just going to be playing a few games and he's get better, and he's now top of the league?
I get what you're saying.
You can't get a tune out of him. But you've got Mason Maradona Mount, you get me, playing each and every position in the forward line. This guy's played attacking midfield, left wing and right wing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What has he done? This is. Those two are the prime example of English bias.
It's a valid point.
Come on, bro. Mason Mount. Come on, fam.
Yeah, Ahmed here says, I said this before, Lampard is just Ollie with an English language degree. He also says Lampard is a good talker. That's the only difference between the two.
No, but he's not a good
And Nathan
talker,
says
though.
he said Lampard is a poor man's Les Reed and Ian Dowie. Wow. It's a big statement. The reason why I always say I'm reserving judgment on Lampard, because I'm like, all right, let's see how it goes this season. Like, this is the first season.
I've seen enough. I've seen
You
enough.
already seen enough.
I've seen enough, bro.
Go on.
But we're in a group chat.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans in that group chat have had enough of Lampard already.
Exactly.
Yeah, some of them. I think that's ridiculous. Personally, me, if I was a Chelsea fan, I think that's ridiculous.
I wouldn't.
That's ridiculous.
Nah,
Do you know
because
why?
it's fundamental errors.
It is, but he is like Ollie, unfortunately. When I say this, learning on the job. But the thing is, with him, he's new. This is his second season in the Premier League, if I'm correct.
Yeah, but
So I'm looking at it like, okay, I agree. He is making errors. Like playing Werner should be playing as a 9. Havertz should be playing as a 10. Why Callum Hudson-Odoi is not playing, I don't know. But I understand his approach to the United game on Saturday. I fully agree. Was it Sunday?
really,
I understand
Saturday.
his approach. Saturday, yeah.
What,
I
what
understand his
Lampard?
approach. Yeah.
No, I understand his
Considering the
approach.
amount of goals they've just conceded, they could not afford. Put it this way, if they go down 3-0 to us, they're not coming back. I think that's how he's looking at it.
You know how I put
I think
it?
Ollie had the same approach. Ollie's thinking, we just got beat 6. Obviously, we beat PSG. We won 4 at Newcastle. Let's not lose this.
do you know how I'm putting it
Go
though?
on.
You can't get away with spending that much money and then setting up like that away to one of your rivals, your closest rival last year.
Yeah, it's a fair
And-
point.
and-
You
he
cannot.
plays
I'm
on
telling
players.
you now. I'm telling you now. If we had just bought, so let's say for example, we had just bought Pogba, Bruno, we bought Greenwood, for argument's sake,
Yeah.
Cavani, Telles. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And then we went into that game and we played how he did. The uproar for Ollie's head. Check this. United would have probably caved in and sacked Ollie. That is where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
He is getting way more time and good graces than any other manager would get. The amount of money he spent to not know your best 11. Like, surely this was put on paper before you spent this piece. Surely you said, right, I'm going to do this with these, man.
Yeah, I reckon there was definitely a conversation and a plan was mentioned in that
Yeah,
conversation.
but at what
I
point
think
was
he's
the
a
plan
big
to
fraud.
play Werner at left mid?
Yeah, I don't get
He's
that.
the biggest fraud going. He's the biggest fraud. He's the most fraudulent manager in the Premier League.
Wow.
More so than Ollie.
That's a big statement. And you're not
You know
a
why
fan
it's a
of
big?
Ollie?
You know I'm not a fan of Ollie.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
why I say is the worst? Is because what you have to understand is Ollie's at a very bad club. Ollie's not getting what he wants out of these people. He's literally gone, give me this. Right, there you go. Give me this, there you go.
They've given him everything he wants.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
put
yeah,
his
the
hand out
performance.
to ask for something.
Yeah.
They've put it back in his hand and said, go.
Yeah.
They've not said, all right, we'll sort that out for you. No, they've gone, all right, here you go. Boom. Right, 80 million for this guy. There you go.
Yeah.
60 mil, there you go. You get what I'm saying?
You make very
And you're
valid points.
not even. It's almost like he's not got. From that game, I kind of thought you've not got a plan. You've not actually got a plan. Like, as much as I thought he had a plan, I think that's because he had a lot of experienced pros. And I said this to you last year. I said this on the show where I said Chelsea are better equipped than us because of the experience they had in their squad. Not necessarily player-wise, but the experience. Azpilicueta's won a Prem.
Yes, true.
Alonso's won a Prem.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? There's a lot of man in that squad who have won Prems.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get it twisted. Christiansen won a Prem. Might have been young. He still won a... You know what I'm saying?
Premier League.
There's players who've been in and around that.
Kante.
Do you get what I mean?
League, yeah.
So you've got a certain amount of winning mentality in that squad. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think he's rested on that more than Ollie. And see, like, I don't buy this thing of Ollie's 10 years in because, you know why I don't buy the whole Ollie's 10 years in thing?
Go on.
He's been a manager for 10 years, but he's not. He's officially been a manager for 10 years, but he's not been managing for 10 years. He's had spells out. He's been in mould and all them thing there.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to defend him as well.
Yeah. I think the reason why people mention that, because even though he's been managing for a longer period of time, and even if you've not been managing at a level, the skills transfer over. They're still, like we're talking about Lampard here, not playing players in position. It doesn't matter what level you play at. I mean, what level you manage at. You should play players in their position. Don't matter if you're Conference North or you're Premier League. Like, that's just basic 101. Like, having a style, having a plan, and then having tactics to execute that plan and that time of things. Yeah, skills and experience comes with time, but yeah, you should still, that's my whole point, is when you're 10 years in, your skills should improve and your experience should show for something.
All right, then, I'll put it to you like this.
The fact that we're comparing Ollie to a newbie tells you all you need to know about his level, but go on.
All right, this is where I'll put it to you though. How long was Ollie out of the game before he got into management?
I don't remember.
Quite a while though, innit?
Was it?
You have to remember, Lampard's not long been a player, bro.
True. That's a fair point.
Lampard's not long. Lampard, see these...
Sorry, I'm laughing at Ahmed, man. He's wilding, but go on.
You see this City squad, what Lampard's playing against?
Yeah.
He's played with these, man. Lampard's played with Aguero. Lampard's played... You understand?
Yes.
Lampard's played with players recently, bro. He knows the modern game better than Ollie. You could argue
true.
Lampard has been in modern changing rooms,
more times than Ollie.
way more than Ollie. Last time Ollie was in a changing room is Fergie, bro, and it's not Fergie's last season either.
Yeah.
It's mid 2000s, fam.
I get what you're saying.
Do you understand where I'm coming
Make a
from?
valid point.
So Lampard has been as much as man will go on like yeah, Lampard's fresh to it. He's not, bro. You've been in these changing rooms a few years ago, just only a few years back.
You lot really don't rate Lampard and Ollie. Nathan says Lampard and Ollie are even Hyundai A-League levels. Yeah, you lot are wilding.
This is what I mean. No, I'm not saying. See, man, I'm missing my point. I'm not saying he has to play with man to be a good manager, but he knows how the modern game works. So that's a part of his experience.
You're saying it should help him, is what you're saying.
Yes,
basically.
He's been in. All right, then he's been in changing rooms, managed by. Right, all right then. So when he was at City, who was his manager?
That's what I was about to ask you. Was it Pep or was it Mancini?
I can't remember, you know. That's a great question. But let's say, for instance, it was Mancini. It's like you've been around that modern... You've been around modern times.
Football.
So really, you're saying that should help you significantly.
More than significantly. Yeah. Like, he's not someone who's... Lampard's not been sat at home for years.
Pellegrini, Nathan said.
There you go. He's not been sat at home for years. That's it. All right, then. That's a league-winning squad. Did Pellegrini not win the league?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did.
That's a league-winning squad. In the past, 5, 6, 7 years?
Yeah.
Don't forget, Lampard scored the goal against Chelsea at home.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, true.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? Let's keep it all the way real. Lampard, as fresh as man, what I say Lampard is as a manager, the mistakes what Lampard's playing are, I mean, what Lampard's doing, or how Lampard's even approaching games, it makes no sense. I know Ollie's dead. Please, don't ever think I'm trying to excuse Ollie. But what I'm saying is, Lampard is no better. He's no better. I don't even think. And that shows by Ollie having his tune.
The fact that he's beat him 4 out of 6 times or whatever it is.
And then the next time you play, you go, right, I'm just shutting up shop. I've spent 200 mil on attackers, but I'm going to come to you and shut up shop. That says it all. I don't, man can say what they want to say about Mourinho when Mourinho was part of the bus. Mourinho was doing that because his squad weren't good enough.
Yeah.
Now Mourinho feels as if he's got a better squad.
Lampard ain't got that excuse. You've just gone out and spent over 200 million on attacking
Now
talent.
Lampard, Mourinho feels like his squad's good enough. He's not parking no more, is he?
Yeah, that's true. He's going for a little bit more. They scored
Slap
6.
that in reverse and boom,
Yeah,
drops a
they're
game.
going 6 for us. They scored 3 against West Ham. Huh? It's going for a little bit more. Now I get what you're saying.
Lampard's a bum, mate.
JV makes great points. That's what Ahmed, he says. I agree, they both bums. But yeah, you make some great points. We are coming into a close on the show. Also, we do have 5 minutes left. But please make sure if you are watching this on YouTube or you're watching this back on live on YouTube, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. Hit the share button, share it across your socials. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because we're here every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. discussing everything Premier League related, all the results. So it's not just Manchester United, it's not just Liverpool. As you can see, we spoke on pretty much every team. I think we've only missed one game, and that was Fulham Crystal Palace, which Crystal Palace won 2-1. But yeah, we're going to get onto that, Ahmed. We're going to speak on him briefly, United. But obviously you can catch myself and JV talking about United on pick a platform, whether it's the Football Terrace. Actually, that United show is tonight, 10 p.m. on the Football Terrace. So if you want to hear me and JV talking about, I'm not sure if JV's on, but I'll be on. That United show, we'll be talking about it. But then, even if JV's not on, we have the Man Them United podcast on Sarcasm City. You hear me? Tomorrow, 5 p.m. So you'll hear us talk about United. Or you can go watch United Central and hear us, well, talk about other things.
And get
also
flamed.
talk about United, yeah. Get flamed also, shy expressions. But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, on United, all I'm going to say is to sum up, great performance defensively, terrible going forward. Simple as that. What was your thoughts on it from a neutral, well, you hate United, but, from a you're not a fan of United or Chelsea. What was your thoughts on it?
Poor. It was just a shocking game.
Yeah, it was dead game.
Nah,
I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep in the first half. Check that one out.
But this is the thing though.
I actually did.
Like,
I believe you. Go on.
I don't understand the mentality that was going into it. I understand, look, no team can afford to lose, etc., etc. But it's like, you have just come off a great win at PSG. Surely you can ride a bit of momentum there and go for it. And Chelsea have just spent God knows how much on attackers. Like, and you park in a bus and you go in defensive. Really? Like, there's no ambition. And it's just, honestly, it was one of the worst games of football I've seen. But one thing I will say is I got flamed for this, right? And I still stand by it. Thiago Silva 100% kicks Rashford's foot. It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
So's the Maguire one.
Penalty.
But they're both penalties.
Yeah.
That just shows how bad VAR is.
Yeah. But then so's Reece James tackling
Maguire. Yeah.
But
no
thing is,
one talks about that.
Yeah, that happens at every corner in every game.
Yes.
Pretty much so. Azpilicueta wrestled McTominay down to the ground at 0-0. That's a penalty.
You know what it is for me as well with the whole United thing, this display, that game. That shown me why I'm pretty certain now Ollie's just about buying time.
You reckon he's just trying to keep his job?
He knows that, yeah, PSG bought him some time.
Mm-hmm.
What he doesn't want to do now is add more pressure. He actually comes under more pressure if he wins that game.
I know what you're saying. And
There's
yeah,
more
Ahmed here
expected of
says,
him.
flawless JV, I told you last week, let's not get gassed about the PSG result. We still have that bum in charge. I always look at the bigger picture. Yes, but you can still enjoy results.
Yeah.
Enjoy the results. That didn't change my mind. I'm not all of a sudden Ollie in. I enjoyed the result. Ollie got it spot on with the team.
Keep it real. Did you celebrate when we scored
Of
against
course
PSG?
he did. Yeah, of course he did. And he was happy afterwards.
There
Yeah,
you
me.
go.
And it's like you have to give man his flowers when it's deserved.
You're one of them man who went, yeah, then sat down and went, oh no, I want Ollie out. Get out of there, man.
Shout out Ahmed, RG.
You madman.
But yeah, that's my whole point on it. It's like I'm still going, he set up the team correctly. He picked the correct 11 with the correct tactics. He got it spot on against PSG, same way he got it spot on against Newcastle. So I'll give him his praise. Whereas Chelsea, he got it half right. So therefore, you'll get praise for the defensive side. Because everyone, including yourself, Ahmed, was talking about how Maguire's not good enough. He should be stripped of captaincy. He's not a leader, etc., etc. Boom. He's been part of 2 of those 3 games. And defensively, in the past 3 games, Manchester United have been spot on. United have been spot on the past 3 games from a defensive standpoint. It's just going forward against Chelsea, we didn't get it right. PSG, we were great going forward. Created so many chances. Newcastle, absolutely fantastic going forward in terms of creating chances but not being clinical enough. But yeah, that's my point. And I'm going to always celebrate Manchester United wins. Always. Get gassed up, especially when it's a great win like that against the Champions League finalists. You could argue they're one of the best they're top 5 in Europe, you could argue, in terms of
Let's
teams.
go off what they did last season. They're the second best team in Europe.
If you want to go off that, you can go off
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
But yeah, he said yes, he put low, yes, 100% celebrated, but instantly thought about the bigger picture. See, I don't...
That's why you're a madman.
Yeah.
Celebrate, enjoy the moment, fam.
Yes.
Don't let Ole, and this is a serious point, don't let how you feel about Ole sour any good moment for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Check that one out.
Let's go there. But yes, people, this has been From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Yaga.